Alright, hello chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back, and today we're continuing with this little achievement hunt. Still trying to get that super long first achievement that I've been going for. Getting pretty close now though, because today off the rip we're gonna be finishing the last mission of Halo 3 and then going into Halo 4. And once I do Halo 4, the achievement is all ours. All we need. But how's it going, Toppy? How's it going, Aiden? Welcome. Let me throw on the live screen and get into it. Also, I have a fan going behind me. So if that is like getting picked up by my mic, then let me know. I tested my mic, and my noise gate is blocking it out as far as I can tell. But there's a chance that at certain points it might start to like creep in. So just tell me if it does. It has a remote. It's real fancy shit. I bought it last night at Target after stream. Because I won't be able to get a mechanic out for my HVAC because I couldn't find out what was wrong with it until tomorrow. So I went out and got a fan. It caught me by surprise. That is significantly louder than the menu music is.
We are aboard. Humans and elites. Will you not come with us, brother? No. This is our fight. And I will see it finished.
Johnson, do you have the frigate?
Yes, ma'am. I'll land her as close to the control room as I can.
Safe is better than close, Sergeant Major.
Roger that.
Oh shit, I thought he was going to top back.
It's good to have
Talk
you
back. Oh yeah, happy Easter. Easter Sunday. I actually kind of forgot. Because I got, like an Easter basket given to me on Friday. So, for me it was like, my one main reminder that it was Easter was 2 days ago.
So new, unfinished.
Yeah, happy Easter,
I'm not
boys.
exactly sure what will happen when we fire it.
We'll head for the portal.
Give me that AR.
We'll all go home.
It is, at least so they say. What the fuck? Oh, it carried my missions over from Cortana. I see. I was like, this isn't what got thrown to me. What do I want? I probably want to keep that and run a shotgun as well. How's it going, Tom? Welcome. What, bro? Bro. Oh my god, I saw the funniest. My friend sent me a TikTok the other day. And it starts with like this one guy just like on a road in Florida somewhere, I would assume. And this alligator like walks up to him from across the road, and dude just like sits there totally calm. He's just like, "Sup, bro?" And then it cuts to this British guy who's like, "Only an American would look a dinosaur in the eye and say, 'Sup, bro?'" It was genuinely really funny, because it's like only Florida motherfuckers would just stand right in front of an alligator and be like, "Hey, what's going on, man?" Oh shit. I was gonna try to take in the scenery for a second. You couldn't even give me like 3 or 4 seconds to do so. I might launch a grab hammer. Honestly. Might be the play.
Flood dispersal pod.
Tell that to my pet alligator.
Over to the top
For
of that
real.
tower, Chief. Go.
Dude, a pet alligator would be fucking crazy. Like, imagine someone comes over to your place and just like, without warning, an alligator is just chilling. Dude, that would scare the shit out of people. Oh my god, am I already gonna die? First death of the— oh shit, I am. First death of the day incoming, boys. I'm trying to kill the last of my Red Bull supply so that I'll stop drinking it. Because, like, I don't want to just throw it out. I have, like, 3 more cans in my fridge. I'm like, I'll just have a Red Bull a day for the next 3 days, kill it off, and then drop that shit. I'd be more scared of a snake than an alligator, I think. I would be far more scared of an alligator. But I'm also not from Florida, I just live here. Like, maybe if you're from Florida, they are less scary, apparently. That, or that man just has balls of steel. I don't know which one. But, like, I would not be able to just stand, like, straight in front of an alligator, look him dead in the fucking eye. Be like, what's going on, man? What's up? Okay, well, you put like 3 flood together, that might warrant a rocket, but just 2, I don't know. Just rocket. Oh, I've got some ammo to spare. Bitch. Let's see. I love the crawly ones. I assume you've never run into an alligator? I haven't. I've lived in Florida for almost 2 years and I still haven't seen one, which is disappointing if we're being honest. Because I had heard that they were just like everywhere. I was lied to. Because I've lived here for a while. I've just never seen one in person. Well, other than like, I've seen one at the zoo, like behind glass, but I haven't seen like a wild gator. Oh, the voice line's stacking up. That was awesome. This is a run up and a half, man. There are just so many flood. Christ above. Ow! That hurt. Okay, the Sentinels are friendly at least. It's not like we're in CE. Oh, here we go. Bullet weapons for the win. Absolutely. Oh, like when you dual wield multiple weapons that are like different and they just like stack the reticles. It is pretty cool, honestly. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Flamethrower was such a bad idea. Every time I tried to use one yesterday, I got killed. Oh, he hit me. Don't kill me. Okay. Think we'll be okay. That's the first time I've picked up a flamethrower and not died this playthrough. That thing is fucking dog shit. I hate the Halo. Like, I remembered the flamethrower being badass, but it's just terrible. I don't know how I used to think that that thing was good. Because when I first saw it, I was like, oh, flamethrower, here we go.
I got you covered, Chief. Meet you at the top of that tower.
There are just so many flood to like slowly push through. Oh my god. Oh, the second rocket was not necessary at all. But you know, it was a safety shot. Can never take any chances, boys. Oh, a shotgun is hype. Let's go.
Keep moving, Chief. I got your back.
11 shots. That's 11 flood instant. That's 10 flood instantly. I swear to you, I didn't left click my mouse there. Finish 2 betrayals without killing any grunts in Legendary? That's real, by the way? Are you fucking kidding me? That's not a real achievement.
Watch yourself.
It can't be. There's just no way. You have to be making that up. I'm also, like, ready to move past this playlist. Another Invincible Flood. This has been my favorite recurring bug in Halo 3. Are just the flood that randomly, like, don't take damage from certain weapon types. Finish 2 betrayals without swapping your weapons? Are you allowed to pick up new weapons? Like, is the challenge just that you can't swap to your secondary slot? Or is it just like you have to go through the whole mission on Legendary using only that plasma pistol? Because I swear to God, I don't think I'll be able to handle that. I don't know if I'm cut out for this challenge anymore. The more you talk about it, the more scared of it I am. Okay. Without picking up weapons. So I get what? An AR and a plasma pistol? Arbiter, stop pushing me backwards. That challenge is gonna be awful. Maybe I should do as little looking ahead as possible.
In there. Open the damn door.
Oh, shotgun is better.
Of course, Ripley. Just as soon as you dispose
At the
of
very
all
least, shotgun is better. But maybe, like,
I'm afraid
the less
contamination
pre-planning I do,
do not allow
the better it will be for me mentally. So that I don't know the pain that I'll have to endure in the future. I just focus on what I'm doing at any given time.
Well, we are finally doing what he wanted.
Might be the best way to approach it, if I'm being honest. I love the look and the feel of Halo 3's AR. It's not even my favorite AR. I don't think the world is ready to hear what my favorite AR is. But I do really like the look and feel of it. I don't know, what generally is, like, considered the best AR? They're, like, the favorite. It's not the best. Because the best would probably be, like, probably the Halo 5 one, if we're just talking, like, the best AR. Just because of how accurate per shot it is. But, like, favorite AR, I wonder what the general community opinion on that one is.
Consume the galaxy of
Maybe I should just do quick surveys in chat to get a better idea of how people feel about, like, weapons in Halo. Let's start with the big debate, okay? I'll start with a heated one right off the bat. What's the best pistol in the, and I mean, like, the human pistol, not just, like, any of the pistols. Best pistol in the Halo series. Favorite AR is CE. I saw something about the 4 AR that you just saw, but I don't think YouTube put it through. YouTube doesn't like to put through a lot of live messages. Typically, if you, like, swear in it or say, like, a non-advertiser friendly word or anything, they just won't put it through. CE? It's a good opinion. Mine is a tie. If I'm talking my favorite pistol, I'm tied between two. And I have, like, a close runner-up to the two as well. But I genuinely can't pick my favorite between CE and 5's pistol. I really like the look, the feel, and just the way that, like, not the way, how viable 5's pistol is in multiplayer. I like the look of it, even though it looks like a normal pistol, and I've heard people's complaints about some of Halo 5 stuff, like, not looking very futuristic, and the pistol in 5 is, like, a good example of that, but, like, it's just got a clean model. It's got some nice animations, some nice sounds.
Do I take life?
It just feels good.
Who is victim and who is foe?
It has actual ADS, which, as much as I, like,
on this ring.
don't love how that affects general Halo gameplay, ADSing that little pistol and going pew 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 pew, it feels good. It feels good. Most of my favorite versions of weapons are from CE, really. My favorite shotgun is definitely, oh no, it's not even CE. If we're talking, like, my favorite shotgun to use in the campaign, just for, like, blowing through levels, then yeah, it's CE. But if we're just talking, like, look, sound, and feel, which is more what I'm looking at, roughly here, CE does not have my favorite shotgun.
Yank me, Chief.
Yeah, CE and 5 are tied for my favorite pistol, for very different reasons.
I'm not gonna lose her, too.
But my runner-up for those would also be the ODST, like, silenced pistol. I think that thing is sweet. Is it supposed to say sick or snack?
Wonderful news. The installation is almost complete.
Terrific.
Yes, isn't it? I have begun my simulations. No promises, but initial results indicate this facility should be ready to fire in just a few more days.
We don't have a few more days.
But a premature firing will destroy the Ark.
Deal with it.
Will destroy
Yeah.
this installation. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. Protocol dictates action. I see now that helping you was wrong.
Oh, come on.
The
Chief.
child of my maker.
You fell from space at the beginning of this game.
They left behind. You are Forerunner. But this ring is mine.
Okay. Generator, bitch. Try me. I have double shotgun. Oh.
I take no pleasure in doing what must be done. You do not.
Or Arbiter. Yeah, wait, is he just like sitting outside the door?
Belongs to me.
Not for long.
Johnson, please. Holy shit.
Kick his ass.
Okay, okay.
My eye. Do you mean to blind me?
Bitch.
Accept your legacy.
Come on. How many Spartan lasers can this fucker take? Little floaty ball can take 4 laser shots, but a Wraith can only take 1 before fully exploding. That says something. Either the Wraith is horribly constructed, or that guy is way too strong.
No, you're not. Don't let her go. Don't ever let her go. Send me out with a bang.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go with my headcanon now, that the Wraith is just horribly put together and designed. And the Splazer isn't even that strong, but for whatever reason, the Wraith was just really poorly designed.
I'm so sorry.
That's my new canon up here. And up here is the only canon that matters. Fuck the books. Chief's run. It's like the same, not the same, but it's like when he does the run out of that control room in CE and it looks super goofy, and it still looks goofy here in Halo 3. Oh, it took my fucking guns. I just have an AR with like 4 mags. That's all I've got. Arbiter, you got all these little guys? Cause I don't. No ammo for it. Thank you. Oh, whoa! He's going. I don't think 3 needed the anniversary. Like, that's generally what a lot of people say, and I agree. But I still wish that it happened, because the game would have looked so good. And if we had gotten, like, H2A level remaster of 3, it would have looked unreal.
Dawn. Of course. The frigate. We still have.
Holy shit! What? Wow. Yep. Oh my god. Forgot that could happen. It auto picked up the plasma rifle. I didn't know that was a thing in 3. Like auto pick up weapons if you walk over them and your slot is empty. I've never had that happen before. At least I don't think. So these are not friendly now? And they apparently just like fucking one-shot me? Oh, it was probably in combination with those guys up there. I probably got beamed by like all 4 at one time. And that's what happened right before, where I just fucking like insta-died. Brute shot versus Sentinel is beautiful. It's actually an interaction that never got the chance to exist in Halo 2, huh?
The doorway in the cliffs, Chief. The dawn is on the other side.
20-year anniversary? It would be crazy. I don't think it's gonna happen at this point. Because at this point, tradition is broken, right? Not just once, but many times over. Because we didn't get 3, no ODST, no Reach. The tradition is like fully broken. So unless they make it a new standard to do 20-year, I'm just, at this point, I'm thinking anniversary games aren't gonna happen for Halo anymore, honestly. Especially because MCC exists. And has, like, been brought to PC and everything now. Like, you know, maybe beforehand it would have been like, oh, remaster or remake the games for, like, other platforms, but the games have been brought up to new platforms now, so not even that is, like, needed anymore. I just genuinely doubt it's gonna happen. What I do think could happen over time is probably, like, a fan remake at some point. Like, there's no way that that doesn't happen.
Don't let this ring be the end of us, Chief.
Not saying it'll happen anytime soon, because, like, typically fan projects take ages, but that's probably, like, the most realistic way to think about, like, a 3 remaster happening. It would probably be just a fan project. I looked away for a second.
There, Johnson's
Yeah,
warthog.
we'll see what happens. I don't think it's gonna happen at this point. Isn't it kind of crazy, though?
Come on, Spartan.
At least
go,
to me, it's
go,
crazy
go.
to think about, like, if we are holding out for, like, a 20-year anniversary now, instead of a 10-year, we are halfway there already. Like, us finding out that there was no Halo 3 anniversary was already 5 years ago. Just think about that, dude. That's fucking crazy. Like, also to me, thinking that Halo 5 turns 7 this year. Halo 4 turns 10 this year. That was 10 years ago. I still remember the first time I played Halo 4, like right when it came out. Black Mesa situation. Probably nothing to the scale of that. Black Mesa was really cool. I'm glad that, like, Valve picked up that group of designers and was like, hey, let's make this official and we'll pay you and give you resources to get the project done with. That was super cool. And unexpected from someone like Valve, right? Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Halo 4 is already turning 10 years old this year. And in a few minutes, I will be able to actually show it off, but Halo 4 does not look like it's 10 years old. Halo 4 still looks really good when you play it today. Especially on the PC version. For anyone who's been playing, like, just on the normal Master Chief Collection, holy shit, is Halo 4 just gorgeous on PC. Like, especially its cutscenes just look so good on PC. And H2A on PC also is just unreal. Reach, for me, Reach doesn't look like 2010, but it does look like 2012. For me, Halo 4 looks more like 2015, honestly. Like, when I compare it to other games around that time, it kind of fits in well. Like, when I look at Halo 4, it genuinely looks like about on par with, like, Black Ops 3, stuff like that. Stuff that wasn't until, like, 3 years later.
Sergeant sequence is 30%.
Yeah, I mean, H2A is, just the Master Chief Collection in general is turning 8 years old this year. Welcome to my stream where I make you feel like a boomer, because if I have to feel like a boomer, then you do too. Also, to add on to it, for any of my COD fans, especially if you're a zombies guy, like I am, Black Ops 3 also turns 7 years old this year.
50%.
Der Eisendrache, funny castle map, yeah, that turned 6 like 2 months ago. 6-year anniversary was like 2 months ago. I feel like a senior citizen. That's what I'm saying, dude. There are things like that, like saying that Halo 4 turns 10 this year actually make me feel like a boomer. I'm like, holy shit, where is life going? I'm going to die soon. Oh my god, please, Warthog, don't do this to me now. But this is a way better Warthog run than CE's, man. BO3 feels old to me.
70%.
What do you mean? Like, gameplay-wise, when you play it, it feels like an older game? Or just it feels like it was super long ago? Because it also feels like it was a long time ago for me. Same with, like, Halo 5 and shit. But it's just, like... just hearing the number, like, you know, 7 years, 10 years for Halo 4, I'm like, fuck.
80% charged.
That was a whole decade ago I was playing Halo 4 for the first time. Using the word decade makes it worse for me. Halo 4 turns a decade old. Fuck me. Oh my god. Holy shit. I don't know this Warthog run. I haven't played Halo 3 nearly as much as CE, so I don't know what tiles are about to, like, blow up or anything. Mob of the Dead, #1. Bro, you're gonna bring up BO2, and you're gonna say Mob over Origins? Like, come on now. What's wrong with you? Mob... if you don't know your cold lore, if you're not familiar with me, I was a zombie streamer and just content creator until, like, 4 months ago, when I left the community officially. Mob is a map that did not age gracefully. Mob did not age nearly as well as, like, Origins did. And I would actually say that, like, Buried aged better than Mob of the Dead did. Because Mob is a map that I loved when I was younger, but playing it nowadays, like, this just didn't age gracefully at all. It's weird how some of the maps are like
Hang
that. I love this cutscene, just for the shot that's coming up. The camera shot that's coming up is one of my rotating wallpapers for my desktop. Hold on. Here we go. It's close. Because I do that thing where I just have like a whole folder and I have it set to rotate like once a day. That shot. That's one of my desktop wallpapers. Kino! Okay.
We don't make it.
Nope.
We'll
You've
make
invalidated your opinions. Rip Bozo. Kino was a map that got discussed a lot when I was still streaming zombies consistently. Because that map aged like steak. Like, Kino aged horribly. Kino is also a map I grinded back in the day, but it just
For
aged
us,
so poorly.
The storm has passed. The war is over. But let us never forget those who journeyed into the howling dark and did not return. For their decision required courage beyond measure, sacrifice, and unshakable conviction that their fight, our fight, was elsewhere.
Die Rise didn't really age well
As
or
we start
poorly.
to
It just
rebuild,
kind of like aged and
This
stayed the
hillside
same.
will remain barren.
One of those
a
maps that hasn't
memorial
gotten
to
better or
heroes
worse
fallen.
with time.
They ennobled all of us.
It's just kind of stayed as like a mid map
They
that's
shall
just
not be
really not
forgotten.
special. Like, it's enjoyable to play on occasion, but it's not like a great map. Its design is terrible. But being well designed and being fun are often two different things. If you can have it be well designed and fun, then that's perfect. But fun is always more important than well designed. For me, at least.
But you have my thanks for standing by him to the end. Hard to believe he's dead.
Were it so easy.
Said the thing. Call of the Dead. Call of the Dead's an interesting one. Because, like, Call of the Dead when it came out was just kind of like middle of the road, because everyone pretty much would rather grind like Kino and Ascension.
Without the Prophet's lies, Connor.
Alright, I don't want to talk over the best stuff.
I would like to see our own world, to know that it is safe. Fear not, for we have made it so. By your word, Arbiter. Take us home.
Call of the Dead, like, when it came out in BO1 was just like, it was good, but it wasn't as good as the others. And then BO2 came out and it like started to shine a little more. By the time BO3 was out, Call of the Dead was like honestly tied with Moon for being like the top tier zombies map. Like BO3 era was when Call of the Dead like was really at its best in terms of like how it kind of aged and grew on people. But now I feel like it's gone back down in placement. Because now when I want to play BO1, I play it for something a little more simple. So, like, Moon and Shang are my go-tos
Can you
again.
hear me? I thought I'd lost you, too.
Call of the Dead isn't one of my go-tos on BO1 anymore. It was, but nowadays it's not. It kind of, like, aged and got better with it, and then it continued to age, but it got worse again. I would still say that it's generally liked more than it was at launch.
What happened?
I'm not sure.
But definitely nowhere
Hammer
near as
fired,
well
it shook
liked as it
itself to
was during
pieces.
BO3.
Put a number on the arc. The portal couldn't sustain itself. We made it through just as it
I like
collapsed.
simple, but think Kino's no good.
Oh,
There's a difference between
someone else
simple
made it.
and bare. And Kino is bare. Like the World at War maps and Kino, and honestly, in my opinion, Ascension, just don't have enough going on. Simple is good, but there's also such a thing as too simple. Like Shang and Moon for me are like peak simple maps. Like no crazy Easter eggs, no side quests I gotta do every game. Like I can still hop on and just spin box and pack a punch, but there's a little bit more complexity to it.
The flood, it's finished.
It's finished.
Kino just puts me to sleep. I just genuinely get bored playing Kino. Consider Shang simple? Yeah.
But it'll be a while before anyone finds us. Years even. I miss you.
Wake me when you need me.
Ready to see how drastically that room changes in the span of one loading screen? That's always been one of the funny things going into 4, is that it's not even like just the art style that changed, but literally like the entire design of the Forward Unto Dawn changed. One of the most complex pre-mob. I think it is one of the most complex pre-mob. But we're living in a post Black Ops 4 era. So nowadays, when you're looking at maps, like pretty much all of BO1 falls into the simple category. I hate that this cutscene is pre-rendered because it runs at 720p. Like, it's noticeably fuzzy.
Tell me about the children.
Oh, I still did content for BO4 and Cold War and even
Dr.
Vanguard
Halsey.
right at launch, so it's still all there in my
You already
books.
know everything.
I liked BO4 throughout
You
its whole
kidnapped
year.
them.
I had the hot take.
Children's minds are
Still
more
do,
easily
kind of.
accepting of indoctrination. Their bodies more adaptable to augmentation.
But more of the
Result?
community likes BO4 nowadays.
Ultimate soldier.
It's becoming less of a weird thing to enjoy
And
BO4.
because of our success,
More and more
when the
people are starting to
Covenant
be like,
invaded,
you know, it's not that bad.
we were ready.
It's like, no shit.
Dr. Halsey, you're bending history for your own favor, and you know it. You developed the Spartans to crush human rebellion, not to fight the Covenant.
Damn, he hit her with it.
When one human world after another fell, when my Spartans were all that stood between humanity and extinction, nobody was concerned about why they were originally built.
So you feel
World War
in the end,
II?
your
I
choices
played that
were
the whole year,
justified.
actually. I enjoyed it. I don't like it as much
My
nowadays as I did during its,
saved
like,
the human race.
year of content, but I still think it's pretty solid.
Do you think the Spartans' lack of basic humanity helped?
Very overhated.
What are you after? The others before you were naval intelligence, but you're something else.
Records show Spartans routinely exhibited mildly sociopathic tendencies, difficulty with socialization, and
The
verbalization.
records show efficient behavior operating in hazardous situations. I supplied the tools to maintain that efficiency.
I know a lot of people
Do you
hate
believe
Halo
the
4's
Master
art
Chief
style,
succeeded because he was at his core
but like,
broken?
I think it looks pretty good. It's
does
really
John have to do
different,
with
but it still looks pretty good. I still like
to replace
343's
him?
art style.
The Master Chief is dead.
His file reads missing in action.
Catherine. Spartans never die.
Your mistake is seeing Spartans as military hardware. My Spartans are humanity's next step. Our destiny as a species. Do not underestimate them. But most of all, do not underestimate him.
I feel like in that intro to Halo 4, they did such a good job, like, fleshing out who Halsey is and why we should give a shit. But then they just forgot for the rest of Halo 4 and even for the entirety of 5. And then in Halo Infinite, I think she was, like, mentioned in passing in an audio log once. And other than that, just not even there. We've talked about Elden Ring. Elden Ring is going to happen once the initial, like, craziness has died down. That's you, the badass main character. That's me. Smile. Yeah. Which sucks, because it's a really good, like opening to start on. But then it's just kind of, like, thrown to the side and not brought up again. Everyone's favorite Cortana. I don't know why. I don't know why everyone likes Cortana in Halo 4 so much. I have no idea. Couldn't possibly come up with a reason why people like Cortana in Halo 4. She's bad as fuck. No, I'm trying to, like, just ignore it, just not bring it up. Four doesn't need a remaster. 4 really doesn't need a remaster. Like, if 3 doesn't need it, 4 absolutely does not need it. Not that they ever would. Could you imagine how poorly a Halo 4 anniversary would sell? Entire community's like, meh, 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 meh. No, Halo 4 bad.
Easy. He's been out for a while.
Where are we?
We're still adrift on the Dawn.
Why did you wake me?
Maybe a Reach remaster?
Hang on. Bringing your systems online now.
What about
I rewrote
ODST?
your ship's firmware while
Come
you were
on.
out.
You've been busy.
Activating the ship's gravity generators. Chief, look up. You need to pull the manual release.
Seems like old times.
Ready?
Got no idea why people like her so much.
I thought you'd never ask. We've got
No
intrusion
clue.
alerts lighting up on multiple decks. Our best bet to figure out who's boarding us is the observation deck, 4 floors up.
Yeah, they couldn't sell it as a separate product.
Wouldn't bet on it.
Halo 4 on PC, man. I haven't played much of the campaign on PC. I remember playing like the first mission just that I could see it when it finally like came to PC. Also, let me just say, as far as like the visual design and the sound design goes, best assault rifle. All I'm saying. Gonna leave it there.
This is the service record for Spartan John 117.
That's me.
Would
Smile.
you like to continue?
Yes.
Frigate Pillar of Autumn discovers Forerunner Halo Installation 04 and deploys
Oh,
Spartan
we'll shoot it.
117 to
You know,
protect
no need to waste the
UNSC
bullets.
AI Cortana.
We'll get to the whole
She
shooty
uncovers
part.
the Covenant plot to fire the weapon
But I do love the
and
sound of the
sacrifice
AR in this
Autumn
game.
to destroy the Halo ring. Pursuing the Covenant flagship after an attack on Earth, Spartan
Love that they just put the Halo 3
arrives
cover art
at
on there.
Halo Installation 05 to find the Covenant erupting into civil war. After preventing the Covenant from firing the ring, 117 followed them back to Earth in search of a Forerunner installation that can activate all the galaxy's halos.
And then what happened?
The Covenant arrive at Earth
I fell from
and
space.
open a portal to the Ark, an extragalactic Forerunner installation that can fire the Halo array. Spartan 117 unites a joint Covenant UNSC team to pursue the Covenant to the Ark, where he successfully destroys the installation and prevents the rings from
UNSC propaganda. Honestly, it could be. Like, it's one of those things that after everyone thought Chief died, they used it as like a We Want You thing with like Uncle Sam. Just Chief became like the face of all their recruitment and shit.
When Spartan 117
I wouldn't be
attempts to
surprised.
escape from the Ark aboard the UNSC Forward Unto Dawn, the slip space portal that the ship is passing through collapses. Aboard the aft section of the Dawn, Spartan 117 is placed into cryosleep, pending recovery by UNSC forces. AI Cortana to remain active as long as is technically feasible. End of service record.
I feel like they should have put this not like as hidden as it is. Just think about it. It's there for like people who haven't played the original trilogy, right? Because there was a 5-year gap. But when you start this level, you walk out here, you're gonna walk to that. You're not gonna check these stairs. I don't know. I feel like most people who aren't like already big Halo fans are just gonna walk straight down where they think they're supposed to go. But no, I haven't even started the Halo show. I generally don't watch TV, like, really much at all. And I also don't have Paramount Plus. I know that the first episode is, like, up for free on YouTube, apparently.
Ship propulsion offline. Bow hull integrity compromised. Life support online.
Okay, that's good. Oh, it got removed? Did they only do it for, like, a week or so to, like, try to get people to buy Paramount?
01, forward unto Dawn, requesting immediate evac. Survivors. Prioritization code.
You can't get Paramount even if you wanted it? Is it not, like, in the UK?
4 years, 7 months, 10 days.
Somebody should have found us by now.
Prioritization code Victor 0.
That was so loud.
Sensor scan, high intensity, doesn't match any known patterns.
In my headphones, that was so loud.
It's directly above us.
Halo 4 looks so good.
The elevator doors look sealed tight.
Like, it just held up.
Chief, be careful.
Button mashing on keyboard feels great.
Because some areas might have lost pressure.
I didn't know that. Pretty loud for us too. At least it wasn't just me. So that shit was fucking loud.
Chief, watch out!
This is loud for me. Is this loud for you guys? Halo 4 gets too much shit? Agreed. I think the campaign especially. Like, multiplayer is understandable just because it's so different. But I don't think there's much wrong with this campaign. There are things wrong with it. But I think it's super overly hated.
A lot can happen in 4 years. Either way, he's probably not alone. We should be careful.
Hello? Sneaky boys. Also, just the HUD looks great in this game. Like, the fact that the edges in the campaign have, like, Chief's helmet outline. I love that touch in Halo 4. Here we go. Oh. Now that is an assault rifle sound. That shit is juicy. Holy moly.
That's the last of them. Find the override for the blast shield so we can see what we're up against.
Sprint? Sprint in Halo game?
The good news is these Covenant.
Bro, I remember people losing their shit over Sprint.
We just came across a rogue salvage ship. Or we might.
Not that you really have to remember, because it was kind of a discussion up until... Actually, it was a discussion even this last year with Infinite's multiplayer reveal.
Landing craft flanking us.
The Halo fan base will still get up in arms about Sprint in their Halo games. Eat. I have no problem with Sprint in Halo. Like, is it moderate, or not even moderate, is it slightly better without it? Sure. But if we're being honest, like, Infinite did it pretty much perfectly, where you can get a very, very small speed boost by sprinting, but it's really not much faster than just walking. So the maps don't need to be, like, fully designed from the ground up with sprint in mind and stretched out the way that they were in, like, Halo 5. That's going forcible. Happy Easter.
We've got bigger problems. We've got a cruiser on an intercept course.
Xbox 360, by the way.
Didn't the ship's sensors say we still had weapon systems online?
Yes, but since the ship was torn in half, we can't access the weapon stations. We'll have to fire them manually from the outer hull.
Chief, you forget that the ship was torn in half, dumb bitch. So much attitude in that line from Cortana. It's like, you fucking dumbass. The ship got torn in half. Remember? Only been like 5 years since that happened. At least Chief got to sleep for the whole duration of those years. Like, imagine being Cortana, just chilling, like, stuck, sitting there for years until this fucking happens. Literal years, just sitting, thinking. The grunts are kind of tanky. Thank God we got assassinations in Halo. And thank God they took them out in Infinite, because everyone was pissed about assassinations. Sorry. I do like... I hated Bloom the way that Reach did it. But honestly, the Bloom on, like, the AR in 4 Feels really solid because you can actually just like burst fire it for good accuracy at medium range. At long range, it's still gonna be shit. Like, it's kind of just right in this game, in my opinion. You can get those little accurate bursts without being right in their face, but you're also not just like bullet hosing from anywhere but point blank, like in CE. Because holy shit, the CE AR, if you are not just in straight up close range, you are not hitting anything.
We're just about there.
I have no idea why they made it look like that in Infinite. That is the question. I think with Infinite, they were kind of just going for, like, how many kind of groups of Halo fans can we, like, hit with a nostalgia wave in the trailers so that we can get, like, as many people to participate in the game as possible. And since, like, the main art style they went with was 3, they were like, how can we sneak in other games to make people, like, really happy? Because one of the more subtle things that they did, and I know that this one got me, and people who watched me, like, reacting to E3, I think was when they did the multiplayer reveal, right? Was the Xbox panel at E3. I lost my shit during the multiplayer reveal when he threw the plasma grenade at the energy sword and, like, bounced it to himself. Because I was like, it's like Halo CE. That's my game. That's the game I like. Like, I was going crazy over that.
It's nothing. Just get to the launch station.
Now that the Reach season is done. Is it really, though? Because, like,
I'm sorry.
I know that, like, the Heroes of Reach season is, like, officially over. But the cosmetics for, like, Season 2 still look a lot like Reach to me. Like, just artistically. Damn. This does not feel very low gravity, I'm gonna be honest, chat. Like, I can feel a minor difference, but it's not like walking in space kind of low gravity, you know? Welcome back, Aiden. Fuck this battle rifle design, though. Everything about it. Like, the visual design, the sound design, just like, what happened here? I generally think that Halo 4's art style is fine, but, like, look how they massacred my boy. I do love that in Infinite, they just fully went for the Halo 2 battle rifle look. That made me really happy. Alright, well, the BR is no good anymore. Give me that. Oh, come on. Ah, so close. I had to remove myself from Infinite for a while. I haven't played the game since, like, December. Like, I uninstalled it in February at some point, like, throughout that month, and I haven't reinstalled yet. But I have been watching, like, the promotional material for Season 2, and a lot of the new cosmetic stuff still looks like Reach to me, at least.
Launch initiated.
I started playing MCC and remembered it's just Infinite that pisses me off. I mean, Infinite I loved gameplay-wise. It was really just like... With Infinite, it's not so much that the game is bad. It's more how the game is being handled for me. Which, knowing some of what I've heard about 343's internal situation, it's just like, yeah, it was kind of a bad situation. Like, that game was kind of doomed from early on because of the way that management approached it. Considering how management is from what I've heard, on top of that, I'm surprised that the game came out as well as it did. Like, somehow they managed to actually make it that fun while also doing some really whack shit internally. I've watched the new stuff, I just don't remember it. Maybe that's fair. So I also don't remember much of it. The new 4v4 map looks good. I can say that much. Definitely looks like a map. Definitely looks fun. I don't think there were many maps that I didn't like. Other than the one with the rocket, whatever that thing was called, Live Fire, I think. That map sucked. That was like the one really bad one.
Covenant weren't the ones scanning us.
Behemoth was terrible in ranked play, but in socials I loved it.
Can we worry about the giant metal planet?
Shit, I love it sucking in all the Covenant ships like that.
Using a gravity well to pull us inside the surface.
No, it's not.
We've got to hurry. The second we cross the dome's event
Not me.
horizon, its atmosphere is going to tear us apart.
It isn't offering anywhere near enough.
Aft vehicle bay.
Now keep in mind that these are only things that I've heard. But like, from what I can tell, oh yeah, I've seen all the stuff about Tatanka, which is apparently the name of VR, which is beyond weird to me that it's called Tatanka. But anyway, moving past that, because it is a really odd name. I've heard about, and I think this one like got pretty big when this info came out to the public. I think this is like fairly well known now. 343 was pretty much working with 80% of their developers and programmers throughout Infinite's production as contract workers. So essentially they'd bring people on for like 18-month contracts, because that's the maximum in the US that you can offer without offering like full-time benefits. So they would bring people on for 18 months and like pay them for the 18 months and everything, no benefits. And then once that 18 months was up, they just get rid of them. They just throw them out so they didn't have to pay benefits or anything. So essentially what happened was, yeah, the game was in development for 6 years or whatever. Not 6, more like 5-ish. But every 18 months or so, pretty much like 75-ish% of the dev team was getting cycled out for brand new people.
Can you track the escape pods?
So even that alone starts to like paint the picture of what the fuck happened to Halo Infinite internally. Tonka is a wrestling dude who's known for winning a battle royale match in wrestling. Oh, could it just be like their funny code name internally then? Because if that's the case, then I doubt that that's going to be like the public name of the project. Because that name has struck me as so odd. That's probably like their code name currently. The fact that it's being developed by Certain Affinity scares me. And I've seen no one talk about this since Certain Affinity has been like, oh, we're working with Halo Infinite. The other, like last week when they said that publicly. Certain Affinity has made 2 things that I've played. And those 2 things were Halo 4's multiplayer, which was not developed by 343. It was developed by Certain Affinity using 343's like assets and everything. Same engine, like obviously it was 343 made the campaign of Halo 4 and like the base game. Certain Affinity put together the multiplayer like maps and systems and all that. And Certain Affinity did the same thing for Doom 2016. They made the multiplayer on that game as well.
We have asked you to give up your family, your childhood, your future.
Cortana,
I'm sorry. It's the crash. I'm fine.
something was wrong even before we left the Dawn.
Chief, really, I'm fine.
Cortana.
I was put into service 8 years ago.
8 years.
AIs deteriorate after 7, Chief.
If we can just get back to Earth and find
Certain
Halsey,
Affinity's not a dev team that I have much
this.
faith in.
Don't. Make a girl a promise you can't keep.
Maybe they've improved.
to move.
I'm sure they've worked on other things over the last, like, 6 years since the last product of theirs I've played, but
Doesn't look like the Covenant fared much better
generally
than we did.
speaking, their track record isn't great as far as I'm concerned.
Plenty. Why?
We still need a ride home.
Okay, I know that there are, like, a bunch of cool things I can find in this whole, like, ship graveyard. I just don't remember where, because it's been a long time since I played through this campaign. So let's start looking. Chief tackling him as he's already like crawling around, dying. Combine those words. That's what happened there. Looks like a weapon rack. Aha! Love this thing. Big fan of this thing. Behold, the saw. This is here. I thought there was more than just this.
There's a crevice we can use to get through the rocks over there. See the waypoint on
Oh,
the hut.
there's like the terminal or whatever there. Whatever. I got a saw. I'm satisfied getting a saw. Free saw is something I will accept gladly.
I'm picking up a faint transmission on the high band.
Covenant?
I don't think so.
Yeah, the
pattern's different. I'll try to triangulate its position.
a lot of people, from what I can tell, did not like how much Chief spoke during Halo.
Those same conditions. But that means getting
Shit.
back to Halsey.
Hear that shit rev right there? I love the sound design on the Warthog in this game too. A lot of Halo 4's sound design is really fucking good. And then the battle rifle also exists in the same game, somehow. Don't ask me, okay? I don't know. I don't have those
I'm hearing that
answers.
strange signal again. Stronger this time.
Fuck's sake. What did I
You think
hit?
there's something to it?
I'm curious more than anything. His behavior is odd. Hostiles!
I wish I had someone on the turret. Well, I can run over some motherfuckers. Bonk. Oh, come on. That's bullshit. Get over here. Ignore my aim. Oh my god. Oh shit. It only fired like twice at me. Enough to scare me, but not to kill me. I see. Switcheroo. Yeah, I mean, she was pretty close to dead at that point, regardless. I don't know how much longer she was gonna last. Also, like, Am I forgetting, like, part of the story? Do we know where Halsey is, like, throughout the duration of 4's campaign? Or no? Because if I'm remembering right, we really don't. Eat. God damn, it takes a while for the spread to come back down from the saw.
Chief, several patrols.
The saw is ridiculous with the tap fire. Like, the AR feels pretty perfect balance-wise, but the saw is like... Look at that. On mouse and keyboard, tap firing the saw in multiplayer, you can just be a menace, like on big team maps doing that. Like, god damn. Yeah, okay. So it's like,
if we're going to hijack a ship from these Covenant, we're going to
even
have to find where they're
if we
landing
had
first.
not had things play out at the end the way they did,
We could always
and we had
ask
just
them.
gone down to Earth, it's like, would she have even been there?
Strong suit.
Like, Cortana probably still wouldn't have had much time after the ending anyway. Get over here, you bitch. Sweep the legs! Come on. Honestly, I don't know why people hate 4's campaign. Like, it just feels like a Halo campaign. Like, story issues are one thing, but the way that people are like, oh, but the gameplay is so bad. It barely, honestly, like, feels different. At least the core of it. There are maybe bigger issues yet to come. But, like, the OG trilogy has just as many problems as far as I'm concerned with, let's say, third enemy factions. I still have no idea how Infinite ends. Oh, I know how it ends. Without spoiling it necessarily, massive cliffhanger with no, like, resolute ending. Like, yeah, it kind of gets wrapped up, but, like, big cliffhanger. And then there was that leaked, a request for rating through the ESRB for something called Halo Infinite The Endless, which I'm assuming is going to be a story DLC, like a campaign DLC to come out some point this year or maybe early next year. I think that Infinite's campaign, like the one that we got back in December, is not all of Infinite's campaign.
That elite dropped his camo module. Let's have a look.
He also would have
I'll run a
dropped
soft patch to it from the suit. Never
his
know what
energy
might come in
sword.
handy.
Can I say something? I know that my takes on 343 Halo games are maybe a little
There's
hot,
that phantom signal again.
but 343's energy
I heard
swords,
something that time.
for me, just look better than the Bungie era ones. Other than, like, Reach's energy sword looked real. But, like, the Halo 2 and 3 swords just don't look as good as the Halo 4 and 5 swords do.
Sentinels.
I wondered when they'd show up.
There isn't enough ammo to use the weapons for a good amount of time. Yeah. That was a big Halo 2 problem. Like, even playing on normal, going through this playlist, I was weapon swapping just through the entirety of pretty much every mission in Halo 2. Halo 5's energy sword, though, looks unreal. And Infinite's looks really, really good, too.
It's a localized site cartographer.
But 5 might be my favorite.
Okay. In service of Forerunner Shield World, designate Requiem.
Requiem. At least we know where we are now.
This
Let's
part
see if
is
you can
one.
tell us what the
Yep.
Covenant are so interested in.
But, like,
What happened?
I don't know. It locked up.
Sorry, I speak in zombies because
I'm
of
detecting power
how many
fluctuations in
years I
several
was in
locations.
that.
I'll put them up for
But
you.
since you know zombies, like
Hopefully
people
we
started
can find some way to
complaining
get this
after
cartographer
Black
back
Ops
online.
3 about how like every zombie season story was like, go here, fetch this item, go here, fetch this item, go here, fetch this item, and then big finale. But it's like, what else are we supposed to do? Like, that's just kind of the story that the formula lends itself to, and it's like Halo's always been like point A to B sort of thing as well. Like CE 2 and 3 are all very like
What's it doing?
point A to
It's
B.
all right.
Although
Energy is actually a ferroelectric
I guess
current.
CE
Your shields are
presents
just
itself
cycling in
more as
response to
like
the chamber's
exploration
charge.
based,
Will this bring the cartographer back online?
but 2 and 3 are
Partially.
very like start
This type
here,
of processing
go down this
system
path
usually works
until
in
you get to the
parallel.
end.
We'll have to locate its twin.
Like I'm trying to think of super open-ended missions in those games, and I just really can't come up with many. Or any. Like I'm trying. There's no special assassination on grunts with it. I know there's got to be some for elites. I haven't played 4 in a long time, so I'm kind of just fucking around with like the sandbox and everything. And I'm already out? Holy shit. Oh, come on. How little ammo does the plasma pistol have? I just want a cool lore. Yeah. But people started to really complain about like the formula of the story, and it's just like, what else do you want from it? God, I want to like break his shield to stun him so that I can get behind him. I want to sword assassinate you, my guy. Let me have this. He's gonna kill me. Hold on, his shields came back up. Maybe I can get it right this time. What my Reach Spartan looks like. I have the Reach, like, the Season 1 MCC pass. Oh, fuck. How am I not dead? I have it at tier 100, so I have the flaming skull helmet and everything. Like the Eva with the skull in it, that back in the day was not obtainable. Like on actual Reach. Yeah, I have that. Because of course I do. I didn't get to tier 100 to not use that helmet. Come on now.
Is that the same signal?
Yes. Mayday, Mayday.
I think I have the
Mayday.
CE battle pass, like
UNSC
season
AI
2. I think I also have that one maxed
Please
out.
respond.
I think I have like all the CE cosmetics
response.
from that
But from
season.
the strength of that
Like from when they
signal, the
first
Infinity
added
has to
CE
be
cosmetics
close
at
by.
least. Because I think they added more in
The
like
cartographer
season
should be
5 and
back
6,
online.
but I really didn't play much during
We
those
may be able to
seasons.
use it to track the ship's
At that
location.
point, I was just waiting for Infinite
The
after all the
Covenant.
games
They
got
found
put
a
onto
way
PC
inside.
finally. At that point, it was just a 1-year-long wait. Could you imagine if Infinite came out in like its original time frame though? Because of like how many games got delayed coming to PC for MCC, Halo 4 would have ended up coming to PC after Infinite's launch if it never got delayed.
Clear them out.
Oh god. I am on the last page of Reach though. I think I've maxed out 2 of them. I was a ranked grinder for a long time. Wait, really? Do they just not have like sword exclusive assassinations in campaign at all? Because I know they do in multiplayer for 4. Because even like Reach has them in 4. Or in 4. Reach has them in multiplayer. Not sure if Reach has them in single player, but I know they have them in multiplayer. It is a question to ask. What did Infinite look like when it was supposed to release?
The transmission is coming from everywhere on the planet at once. It doesn't want to triangulate Infinity's signal. Oh wait, I got it.
That can't be right. Scan again.
We've already passed through one layer of the planet's surface. It's not crazy to think that someone else made it deeper inside than we did.
You mean the planet's hollow?
Let me see if I can figure out a way to reach these coordinates that doesn't involve us digging a really big hole. There's a terminus on the far side of the complex. We can portal to the planet's core from there.
What?
I don't know.
If we have a shot at getting you back to infinity, we're taking it.
Okay.
I like Chief's design. Like, it is super different from 3, and it's so dumb story-wise.
And find infinity.
But it looks cool. He's animated well, which helps a lot.
About infinity?
Not much. She was supposed to be
This
massive.
might honestly be more
Project
helpful
was
than
only a
camo.
prototype when we left.
I never even used the camo. I feel so dumb. I completely forgot I had it. When I was trying to do assassinations.
Scouts, fortifying the bridge below. Stay sharp.
Really my one problem with Infinite, like my big thing, because I know that a lot of the community is like, oh, there's no content. And it's like, okay, whatever. Like, that's a minor thing, honestly, because the base game is so good. Like, no content isn't really my problem. It's the fucking netcode, man. The way that I get shot through walls in that game is like no other. It's like I'm playing fucking Modern Warfare 2 again. With that fucking lag compensation. It's just so bad. Like, if that wasn't the case, I'm sure I would play so much ranked. Also, if they had like a ranked duos playlist for me and my boy that I play CE with on ranked playlists, like, holy shit, we'd probably grind the fuck out of it. Because just 2v2 Slayer played on a 10-minute timer up to 50 points. Like, that's some of the most fun in, like, ranked Halo, honestly. I know that everyone just likes to play 4s, but I love playing 2s on ranked Halo, or competitive Halo in general. I want that Banshee, I'm not gonna lie. If you're just offering up an empty Banshee, I kind of want... Oh, hold up. My BR has no ammo in it, actually. This is that good shit. Halo 4 shotgun, unmatched. As far as, like, its presentation and everything. Woo! SWAT? SWAT just isn't it, man. That bomb worked a little differently than I'd expected. I figured it out. Get the fuck out of here. I loved SWAT when I was younger. Like, I would play SWAT on matchmaking all the time with friends. Actually, Halo 4 on matchmaking, I'd play a lot of SWAT with friends. Like when this was the current game, and we played a lot on Reach too back then, but I don't know, man. Nowadays, SWAT is like, you know, it's fun for a quick, you know, play it a tiny bit, and then hop back into like normal Halo. I think the reason I don't like SWAT though is because you don't get like all those fun interactions that make Halo so fun. Like, CE is my favorite multiplayer, and I think most people are just like, why? But CE just has so many interactions between, like, the sandbox and with the maps and everything.
They're ordering all units to converge
Like, I
on the
love
tower.
how dynamic CE is as a competitive game. And being able to manually control the spawns once you understand the system. Like, that game just has so much, like, going on that you can actually control and manipulate. And it makes it way more fun to play, and in my opinion, more fun to watch as well. Holy shit. That thing sounds so weird. Oh, what a throw. Good arm, Chief. Holy shit. What's that ghost at? Ah! Of course, he flies right under me as I stick him. Dude, Forza AR just looks and sounds so good. Thing of beauty. Same with the shotgun, though. I mean, just... Oh, hold on. You always gotta go for the Jackal assassinations. I love Jackal assassinations in Reach and 4. There's just something about the Jackal ones that are so much more satisfying than all the others. Oh, shit. This turret feels great. Right? Right. Dropping it, though. Way too slow. I can sprint now.
We're about to have our hands full.
Mm-hmm.
The elites just issued a general order. They're moving all ground teams to secure the tower entrance above
Oh,
us.
fuck. They heard me. Oh, shit. He's got a sword. Absolutely fucked. Didn't even stand a chance. Rip Bozo. Oh, wrong button. What is my swap nades? There it is. It's 2 in Halo 4. I don't have my mouse and keyboard, like, keybinds on or Halo 4. I didn't manually set them up at any point before. So I'm just kind of rocking with what's default right now. Which for the most part isn't bad. Seems like they got the Halo 4 binds pretty much down the first time. Ow. Is that really the amount of damage that a beam rifle does on normal in this game? Isn't this game, like, substantially easier than pretty much everything else in the MCC? Campaign-wise, I mean. Like, I think that just difficulty-wise, like, enemies just don't hit as hard. Actually, this game's really hard, chat. You gotta be a bit of a gamer to survive normal in this shit. You know, that was my first death because I am a gamer. I was just a bit distracted by my conversation there. Shit, put the shield back up. That thing's still gonna explode. Hard light shield is badass. I do like that thing a lot. Oh, what the hell? I'm saying I have bad aim. I didn't even notice that until now. I play Halo on a controller, other than Infinite. Like, all the MCC games I play on controller, because the aim assist is just insane on the older Halo games that were only made with controller in mind. There is no such thing as bad aim on the MCC Halo games. Like, everyone hits every shot, because it's pretty hard, aside from, like, sniping. With just the way that aim assist is on pretty much every gun on, like, the older Halo games, like, bad aim doesn't
Sounded
exist.
like he said artifact.
I wonder if it's related to whatever the Covenant are after.
Where's the terminus?
The map placed it at the top of the tower.
The Forerunner structures look really cool in this game, too. They're super different from the older ones. Like, they're a lot more... I guess sci-fi is, like, the best word for it. But, like... just look at it. It's fucking awesome. Different? Yeah. Badass? Yeah, also, yeah. It looks great. I don't know, it can't just be me. The fact that this game ran well on 360s still is just wild to me. Considering how, like, far they were pushing the limits of what that console was supposed to, like, run, it's crazy. Generally, at the end of, like, Xbox 360's era, same with the PS3. PS3, it started even longer before. Games had a pretty hard time in the 30 locked frames department because like people were just all trying to like outdo each other on graphics and animations. But the PS3 and the 360 were not prepared for how hard people were going to go by the time they moved on to the next console.
This terminus is just
and the
one
PS3
node
was
of a
just
larger
dated when it
transit
came
grid
out
that
to begin
spans
with.
the entire planet.
What?
PS3 hardware
When I
was
tried to
poo-poo.
access the outlet closest to Infinity's transmissions,
Just why Red Dead
system
Redemption had to
responded
run
with
at like
this.
640p on the PS3.
that's the kicker.
And
It's
it
the
still
forward
dipped
symbol
under
for
30.
reclaimer.
RDR1 on a PS3 was just
That's
not
got
a
to be
good time.
Infinity. Can you get us to those coordinates?
Let me try to open a portal.
Cortana.
I'm
Is it
picking
my
up unknown
apartment?
energy signatures.
I still don't have my AC.
This can't be
If you weren't
right.
here when I mentioned it earlier. It's 77 degrees. Thank God I have this fan. It's 99, or not 99, 89 degrees
Set a waypoint
outside.
out of the tower.
77 in my apartment.
Cortana?
It's a bit warm in here. Not super comfy.
How did... Quick! Into the portal!
I won't get over the fact that she knows she didn't open that portal, but she's just like, okay, go into it. Should be fine. The fuck? What's that challenge? I feel like when I've been doing this, I've just been getting all these like challenges for the multiplayer, like pass currency. And I just haven't known what they are.
Some sort of advanced defense AIs. Related to the
Lost my
Sentinels,
shotgun.
I'm guessing, but it's hard to say without a closer look. Come on, let's figure out where that transit system dumped us.
Just sees random portal open, she's just like, I don't know where that goes. Go straight into it. Run.
Where's Infinity?
This is Requiem's core, all right. But Infinity is definitely not here. That satellite in the center is amplifying the ship's broadcasts like a relay.
Maybe we can use it to respond.
Perhaps. Those beams coming off it are creating the interference we've been experiencing. We'd have to take them out to contact Infinity.
Can you get us there?
Opening a gate to the first beam pylon. Pull me, and let's go.
I've never had a problem with this mission. I know that a lot of people have a lot of problems with these boys, but this mission has never bothered me very much. Some missions in this game I don't like. But this one I remember being pretty okay
This is
with.
the first pylon.
Negative. This
Look
is
at
as
that.
close as I could get us. Hope you don't mind.
Doesn't look
hoofing
like
it
the
a little.
Bungie games. Definitely not. But like, it's got a good design to it. The colors are nice too. For being a 360 game, the game just looks really good.
Contacts. And they're back.
Oh shit.
Coming down the walls.
ABC mission? Yes, sir. Holy shit, my aim.
Those weren't the same
Mouse and
things we
keyboard
saw
is
in
not
terminals.
my expertise.
Similar cortical footprint as the tower AIs. They're connected, all right.
I play on too high of a sensitivity for mouse and keyboard is my problem. So when I try to correct my aim, I just start waving my aim all over the place.
Well, he's just a ray of sunshine, isn't he?
I like
From
him.
that peek under the hood, I'd say these constructs must be mimetic in nature.
I've never stopped to look that word up. Relating to, constituting, or habitually practicing mimesis. Right. So let's go deeper. Mimesis. Representation or imitation of the real world in art and literature. Or in zoology, it's another term for mimicry, which I'm assuming is what she's meaning by it in that dialogue, but even then I'm still confused. Like, what are they mimicking?
Similar phasing activity at the edge of our sensors. We're about to get busy.
Holy. Okay, calm down, everyone. We can talk about it. Okay. It's a made-up, goofy sci-fi word. I don't think... Oh, shit. I don't think it is. Like, I think that they definitely meant something specific by it, but it's just such a weird word that, like, I don't even know what it's supposed to mean in this context. There you are. Big guy. Let me just bonk you in the back.
I've discovered something interesting about our new friends.
I'm gonna hold on to my guns as long as I
When the
can.
big ones
I'll
explode,
have plenty of
that
time
momentary
for other
flash we're
weapons.
seeing is actually a data purge.
Can you tap into it?
So far, I've pulled multiple strings referring to the big ones as Promethean Knights. Beyond that, though, things get a bit dense.
Sorry, just how lame of a way that is to get like a name reveal for them. Chop. Assassinating them is very satisfying, very fun. Can recommend. Wait, why did my auto sentry? Oh, because my old one is still alive. I was like, why did my recharge on it go down? Make a decision for me, A or B. You know what? Let's go with A. Alright, big guy, I need me a new gun. The guns are super cool. I wish, though, that they had changed the color, like the highlight color, on the projectiles and on the gun. Or I should just say the particle color. To blue. Just for this mission. Imagine how much cooler it would have been if the guns were also blue to match, and then when the enemies turned orange later in the game, the guns turned orange. Doesn't fit Halo, but it's so cool. It's true. Doesn't fit old Halo. Like, honestly, the thing with the 343 games is just that, like, it's supposed to be a whole new, like, chapter. Like, is it like old Halo? No. But is it cool? And is it where we're going moving forward? Yup. How long do you think it'll take before you drop into Elden Ring? Let's see. Probably June, late May, early June-ish is when I'm gonna go back to the whole challenge, because I still want to do that challenge.
The relay interference is increasing.
So,
You must be getting close to the pylon.
probably, realistically, like August. Still considering maybe buying Lego Star Wars. I don't know. I've just been trying to think of other streams to do to mix in with the Halo ones. Just so that it's not like Halo every day for months until I get this done. The way it was with like RDR2. When we did that 100%. Trying to avoid that. Hi, big guy. I love the first pickup animations for all of the Promethean weapons too. Very cool. But we could have like unique first time pickup animations, but we couldn't have the guns be blue for one mission. That's too much.
What's that distortion?
That's me. Something about moving through those portals is increasing the load on my systems.
Are you gonna be alright?
The likelihood I'll be dropping
I've
Halo?
this long, haven't I?
Like, I give up on it? The likelihood? Right now, it's pretty low. That being said, as I get into more of like the stupid challenges, that like shit like play 2 betrayals on Legendary without picking up a new gun, the likelihood starts to go up as we get more and more through those challenges. You know, doing every game on LASO, that's probably like when we start doing LASO runs, that's when I will be most likely to give up. That shit's just not gonna be a good time. LASO's gonna break this, man. It will. It's gonna be Demon Souls New Game Plus all over again. Oh my god. This one's aggressive.
Well done.
You want good news or bad news? Start with good, then hit the bad. We could go with bad first to change things up, but why, you know, don't fix what's not broken. Difference between LASO and Demon Souls New Game Plus is I have fun watching Demon Souls. Mikkel only wants FromSoft, by the way. If you're new and don't know what this is about, this has been the bit for the last however long now, where he's just so hungry for the FromSoft games.
Shield's still up. Well, you know what they say, 3rd time's the charm.
Right, right. Is it all the way at the end of this? Oh, wait, what? Oh, is there another thing I have to destroy? Okay, that is good news. 400 without touching Legendary. How many achievements do I have? Oh, I have to put in my fucking Steam pin to see my achievements. Hold on. Okay. Steam achievements. How many do I have in this game? I have 331. So... no, we're getting there. I destroyed this thing. To find other things to destroy, I guess. I also barely touched multiplayer. That's even better. That one had nothing in it. Aha, this one. Oh, I forgot about the fact that they try to snatch the grenades up. Boom, boom. Well, what's the bad news?
Great, that's all the cores.
Have you, like,
for the top of the pylon.
Run the numbers on how many achievements need to be done in Legendary difficulty specifically? Plow. Plow. No reviving. Scattershot is really cool. Badass shotgun. Complete a level of Halo 2 Legendary without taking damage? Are you fucking shitting me? That's an achievement. This is why I didn't look at all of the achievements before just jumping in. I was like, that's gonna crush me, and I'll give up on the challenge before we even get going anywhere.
Chief, look at this.
If I start, I'll have a harder time stopping.
That's Requiem.
That was the mentality.
They're not inside at all. They're moving into orbit.
Now that we're 6 days in, I'm committed. I've made too much progress. I put too much time into it already to drop it.
Did he say forward up to dawn?
They must have intercepted.
You can use the Scarab gun. Play smart, not hard. I don't want to use like cheat skulls unless I really have to on some of them. So like with that one, I'll definitely try my best to do it without cheating.
I'll keep trying to warn them. You just get that.
Still worse than sticky. Has Sticky ever mentioned the fact that the few times we've played Halo multiplayer together on the same team, I've fucking carried so hard. We've never 1v1, but I know that if we did, it would not go well for Sticky. Also, no one told me about my exposure. Like, hello? I only just looked over and saw this. Y'all gotta tell me when my exposure is like that.
There's still too much interference to warn them. We've got to disable
I
that
go
other
easy
beam
route
before they're
first.
pulled in
I
by
try to
people.
do it legit first, but if I have to cheat, I have to cheat. Scattershot looks so cool. Like, the Promethean weapons are awesome.
I was wondering.
It is just like, you come off of the original trilogy straight into this, and it's like, what the fuck is this?
They're heading to the second pylon as well.
That can't be a coincidence.
You only carried Sticky because he got everyone one shot for you.
Sounds like the Prometheans don't want the Covenant here either.
Maybe if Sticky
The BattleNet's already lighting up with reports of
wants to
resistance all
challenge
around
me
the
to a
pylon.
live 1v1 to prove himself, he can. I won't deny the man from putting himself to shame. Who am I to judge?
Drop pod.
I used to fucking game on the Halo multiplayer, and I didn't even stop playing that long ago. So, 1v1 on Halo. The man just wouldn't do it. And if he did, he would probably pick like Halo Reach or something to try to give himself as much of an edge as he could. If he tried me on CE or 2, it would be game over. Just wouldn't stand a chance. I can't get on top of that rock. The man just wouldn't stand a chance. I've played Halo with that guy. I know how this ends. Oh, fuck. I like the funny vaporizing gun. 1v1 on Halo Wars 2. I don't have a PC copy of Halo Wars 1 or 2. I just haven't bought one yet. I'll definitely do it at some point, but I just haven't done it yet. Need that light rifle ammo. Fuck, did he get the spawn off? Oh, he did. Aha! Halo Wars 2, best Halo ever? Okay, I don't know about that one. I actually never even bought the full game of Halo Wars 2. I played it on Game Pass, but I never actually purchased a copy. I didn't like Halo Wars 2 as much as I liked Halo Wars 1, honestly. Like, I feel like it's a better designed game, but there's something about that kind of goofy simplicity of Halo Wars 1 that I liked way more. I could take the Ghost, but everyone knows I'm an infantry boy. If it's not like a dedicated vehicle section, I would rather just run through with my guns. Overrated as fuck? You mean just story-wise? It's overrated? Because I feel like the story was more just to set up the Banished than anything else. Like, aside from setting up the Banished, it's not going to stand alone and like compare to the other games, right? It was kind of just to set up this new faction for 343 going forward. My shields aren't regenerating. Is that a thing with the hard light shield? Does it just not regen your actual shield when you use it to balance it? That might be a caveat to it. People say it's one of the best in the series? I mean, here's my take on the Halo stories, okay? For the most part, this isn't every game. Like, Halo 2's story is badass. I really like Halo 4's personally. Halo 3's is pretty good. But I generally feel... Where am I? This is where I started. That the Halo games don't even have stories that are that great. It's more just that they're presented so well that it makes them seem great. It makes them seem a lot better than they actually are. Because there's a lot of stupid shit, even in like Halo 2 and 4 and 3. Like the stories that I do like, there's still a ton of stupid shit in those games.
The relay's signal is breaking up again. We're almost to the beam.
I hear shooting. I like the Promethean guns a lot. I like these things. Can't lie.
Found the opening.
I'm enjoying myself using them.
You better get up to that relay and fast.
I'm working on it. I don't need the ghosts. Back here. Bolt shots. That's what you get for exploring. Bolt shot. Thank you, 343. And light rifles. Okay, I was hoping for something a little more crazy. You know, more of a reward for like taking the extra path. But no, dead end with bolt shots. Okay. Can I hijack you? Oh wait, I was gonna say, was that a banshee or a ghost over here? Get over here, bitch. Think you're just gonna swipe by me like that? I'm not gonna come back around for revenge. Wait, is there another banshee I just got shot at by? Hold up, hold up, hold up. Oh, that's not good. Okay, okay. Fresh banshee. Thank God they give you more than one. I've always loved how you can just slide along the ground in a banshee in these games with no penalty for it. I really feel like it shouldn't have been allowed. Like, it should have damaged the vehicle if you, like, slide along the ground in one. I don't know. But maybe that's not an idea to present currently, because Infinite's Banshee needs a lot of tweaking, as is. What a shot.
Power core down. Shields weak. Still online. Take out the other two power cores and we can access the pylon.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm out. You got me. Infinite is dying? I mean, sure, but like, every game is dying.
Second power core offline. Good job, Chief.
Yeah, I think the art style in 343, or I shouldn't say just in 343's games anymore, but people know what I mean when I say that. Like, Halo 4 and Halo 5, the art styles that people shit on them for. 5's is definitely worse than 4's. I don't like it anywhere near as much, but I think 4's is super strong. Infinite isn't dying, it's dead? I wouldn't say it's dead. It's still got a pretty healthy population. We're talking dead games. There are some dead games. Infinite's not one of them. It has less players than MCC. Honestly, that's just a testament to how many players MCC has. More than anything else. I did see that though. That like last week there was a day where Infinite had less players than MCC. But also it's just on Steam. And I'm sure that that carries across. But like Steam numbers for a series like Halo don't really do much justice. Because not even like a quarter of the player base for Halo is on PC. It's still a very Xbox heavy community. I've noticed that more while streaming the Halo games and talking to people who like Halo is kind of their main thing. Very few are on PC. But 7K players is pretty healthy, especially if that's just the Steam numbers, because I know that that's just Steam charts.
reading a fake IFF tag near the planetary core. Do you read?
Like, you consider that Counter-Strike is, like, one of the most played, and that's typically sitting at, like, 90, 100k. 7k is pretty healthy.
Repeat, do not approach.
UNSC asset. Forward unto dawn. We read you.
At least a third are on PC? Really?
Increase speed by
I would think it's less than that. At least from what I've seen.
Do not enter the planet.
If you can hear us, keep transmitting.
No, Chief, you've got to get that beam down now.
I'm doing it. You can get out and do it. Stop yelling at me. I had to tell this woman to stop yelling at me in Halo 2. Here we are 5 years later. Just boomer-ass Master Chief. Shut your mouth, woman! I'm doing it!
The interference is gone, but your suit's transmitter's not strong enough.
I like the idea of Chief just going full boomer.
Already done. Go.
Chief is old, like canon-wise, right?
Central control point.
The Covenant are moving towards the relay too.
This doesn't make any
Okay,
sense.
bro.
Why would they care about a broadcast relay?
Like, look at that!
I'll handle them.
4's art style isn't bad. It's super different. But it's not bad, by any means. It looks cool.
Max. The Covenant are making a push for something on the far side of the satellite.
One thing I don't like with the light rifle is it becoming like a DMR when you ADS with it. Like, it's a unique gimmick, but it's just kind of weird to me. Bad art, etc. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. Can't say anything good about 4 or 5. That's not allowed. I would play Halo 5, like, multiplayer. I would absolutely hop on 5's multiplayer if they gave it a fucking PC port. But I'm not gonna play it on Xbox. You can't get me to play on Xbox, you just can't. A mass of lines and lights, okay. But is that a bad thing? Is it bad? I don't think so. It still looks super cool. So I still like it. Oh, give me that. I saw that. Oh shit, yeah, okay. Oh. Binary rifle is so fucking cool. Ugly. Ugly. There are some games with some ugly styles. I'm trying to think of a good one. Like, what game just looks awful? Other than, like, PUBG. Because, like, I could go for the low-hanging fruit, but I won't. Because some games just are, like... I'm like... That. Give me that. These I can work with. Ugly because it doesn't have an art style? No, it's also just because PUBG, technically speaking, looks fucking horrible. Like, so bad. No, no, no! Do not revive them. That's the most annoying shit with the Watchers. That's what they're called, right?
Chief, you need to hear this.
We're detecting a slight gravimetric disturbance near the planetary entrance. Suggest altering approach
I want the light rifle, I think.
K-750K-12K.
They're not diverting
PUBG just looks horrible.
Hurry, Chief.
Just visual diarrhea. I'm trying to think of, like, genuinely bad art styles, but I just can't, like, come up with any off the top of my head for some reason. If I was able to open my Steam library, I could come up with some. If I just looked at my Steam library for a minute, I would be able to point out a few. Ouchie, ouchie! Stop shooting me! These fucking bastards. Imagine. You just shoot me through the wall? Oh, he has a binary rifle. Holy shit. That was some badass shit. The effect on it when he, like, was teleporting towards me was fucking awesome.
The pillars! Touch the pillars!
Hold on. After this mission, I'm gonna open up my Steam library and find some games with, like, genuinely bad art styles.
Infinity, this is Sierra 117 of the UNSC forward unto dawn. Do you copy?
Infinity, this is Sierra 117.
Infinity, do you read?
This is a dope
Chief?
cutscene. I really like this.
Chief, let go of the contacts.
Find us an exit.
Don't wait around on my account.
Stock sound effect. Fuck's sake. Not remember that being there. Kind of looks like he's got the nanosuit from Crisis, but like red, like his actual body.
Of my betrayal. Even these beasts recognize what you were oblivious to, human. Your nobility has blinded you, as ever. The librarian left little to chance, didn't she? Turning my own guardians, my own world, against me. But what hubris to believe she could protect her pets from me forever.
His lips are out of sync.
If you haven't mastered even these primitives,
Oh, it's not there. It was, I swear.
then man has not attained the mantle. Their ascendance may yet be prevented. Time was your ally, human. But now it has abandoned you. The Forerunners have returned. This tomb is now yours.
Yeah, I don't know. He's also a point of frustration for me, story-wise.
Chief, move!
Because he was another, like, piece of the story that 343 was like, okay, people didn't like this, so instead of getting rid of it in-game, we'll just, like, have him die outside of game. So that he's dead, but we don't really have to acknowledge it to the average consumer.
What's happening?
We can just kind of act like it didn't happen. Which is kind of par for the course with 343 at this point. They're like, oh, community didn't like this, so we just act like it didn't happen.
Before the whole network collapses. Grab one of those ghosts.
Okay. Why is the gravity so low here? Fuck. Oh, the ghost run is badass. Overloaded ghost run. Let's go. Holy shit, the screen shake. Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird to me how they just act like things didn't happen as soon as the community's like, I don't think this is well done. Or it's like, okay, it's gone. We don't even have to act like, we just don't acknowledge it. It's just gone. Like, I didn't even know until months after Halo 5 came out that the Didact had died. And I think I'm in the same boat as most people when it comes to that.
Emergency broadcast from Infinity.
Holy shit. My ghost is not in good shape. I'm surprised that when he says possible contact with forward onto Dawn, that he doesn't just say possible contact with the Master Chief. Because, like, surely the ship has to have, like, gone down in legend as the other half of it just being missing with Chief on it somewhere out there. Right? At least you would think. Hey, we don't know that Locke is dead. Those brutes could have just, like, fucked him up and taken some of his armor, but he's probably dead. He's probably dead. But yeah, Locke is a good example in Infinite, how it's like, there's just a boss in the open world that has Locke's helmet on its shoulder. It's like, what? So he's dead?
Forerunner planet.
I love that Chief just, like, calmly watches it. He doesn't even look all that concerned.
Marking. Impact predicted 77.8 kilometers
oh, really?
due north.
If they did kill him off, that would be upsetting. It's like hinted at, but not confirmed at this point, so I'm not upset about it yet. But if it ever does get, like, fully confirmed, then I'm gonna be pissed.
You know where he's heading.
Same place we are.
Because it is like, I don't get 343 just straight up. Interesting. I beat the par score, which apparently I haven't done on MCC before, so. Well, I guess while I'm in the menu, I'll look through my Steam library real quick and find bad art style. Let's take a quick peek here. Just gonna scroll through my games and call them as I see them. Daikatana. There's not much good about that game. This is where my playlist broke? Oh, fuck off. You gotta be shitting me. If it broke, I'm gonna lose it. Bad art style. I don't know about bad. I didn't like Deathloop's art style. I know that that game got like 10 of 10s across the board, but like, I generally didn't like Deathloop. That's a whole other conversation. Dying Light, shit art style. When you resume it, you'll be taken back to the menu. Oh no way in hell. Fear 2. Fear 2 and 3. Both of them. 2 is the one where it's like jarring coming off the first game though. I saw it everywhere until it released, then no one cared. It got 10 out of 10 reviews from like everyone. I saw people on Twitter being like, this game is a masterpiece. I tried to play through it and I couldn't finish it. I was so bored. Because, like, I love, like, Dishonored, and I love Arcane. I loved Prey 2017. I like Arx Fatalis. I was very surprised by Arx Fatalis. But yeah, Deathloop was... Yeah, it got super well rated. Hold on, let me see what the Metacritic score ended up being for Deathloop. Because, like, it reviewed super well, but I was just bored to tears playing it. Let me check Metacritic while I'm here in the menu. I thought it got 6s and 7s. It has an 88 on Metacritic. It has 100 positive reviews from critics, 9 mixed reviews, and 0 negative. Overall average score of 88. So yeah. It reviewed really, really well, but I was just so bored. Oh, no one even knows what that game is. I was gonna say a game, but then it was just, it's a game that I picked up for literally like 40 cents on a Steam sale. It's just some really obscure, like 2000s shooter from Russia that I just thought looked bad, so I was like curious to check it out because it was so cheap. And it was bad. Penumbra, bad art style. Any others on here that I'm just like, the game just looks like shit, straight up? Penumbra games are good. Bad art style. Say it. It's a game called Operation Matriarchy. Can I find the sales numbers for this game? Doesn't even look like I can find the sales numbers. Like, no one played this. Yeah, no. The wiki page doesn't even have a gameplay section. I would say this wiki page, all in all, is maybe 10 sentences long. Like, yeah. No, it's so obscure. Like, I just saw it on Steam and it was super cheap, so I was like, that looks like shit. I wonder if it is. And it was. Or like PUBG. Penumbra? I would say Penumbra has a pretty specific style. What else have I said? Oh, Fear 2 and 3 definitely have a specific style. Trying to see if there's any more. Dare I say it. Yeah, a lot of them I did skip because it's like they don't really have a style specifically. Oh, Battlefield 2042. Oh no. Okay, I just closed my game. I was like, okay, done with Steam, so I went to close Steam. And it was like waiting for Master Chief Collection to shut down. They're just real life, not sci-fi. Fear 2 and 3 are super sci-fi. Just like really generic shit sci-fi with like nothing that really stands out. I think Dying Light has a style to it too. I'm really hoping MCC didn't break. See, maybe I have avoided the issue. Maybe I dodged the bug by closing the game instead of just straight resuming. Time will tell. Let's see what happens when I get back in. God damn it, my taskbar. There we go. Taskbar was still there for me. I hope not. Cross game. Okay, still there. It was this mission for you specifically. I've only seen Fear 1. No, Fear 1 looks fine. I have no problems with Fear 1. 2 and 3, though? Ugh, bad. Fuck! Oh, no. I don't want to try it again, because it's still registering as having 40 of 46. Is it for you, like, did it actually reset your playlist, or could you just not continue? I don't think there's any fix for it. I could try to get in contact. But I just couldn't continue. Okay, so it didn't reset for you. As long as it doesn't reset my progress, I'm fine. But it is specifically Infinity from Halo 4 that broke it for you as well. I'll put a reminder on my phone. I have one, like, actual contact. And I have another mutual who I wouldn't really say is a contact. But, like, I can try to get, like, direct word over that this is a thing. Especially if it's consistent. I got halfway through the mission. So it is this mission. Okay. Infinity. Boots to menu. Unable to continue. I'll just say for my... And then that later I'll remind... Just having that note on my phone, I'll be like, oh yeah, I was gonna see what I could do about that. Thank God I'm a designer. Oh, fuck. Thank God I've been networking for, like, jobs and shit so that I actually have people I could just be like, hey, just so you know, there's kind of a consistent problem here that's not really getting addressed. Okay, so we're stuck then. I can't continue that playlist. Fucking hell. I mean, that's what, like, 17 hours of progress? Go one stream without mentioning you're a dev. Okay. It comes up a bit when you stream video games. That's all I'm saying. It comes up a bit. Just kind of happens. Do I have, like, the CE? Yeah, I do have, like, tier 100 on the CE pass. I thought I did. Yeah, I've got the reach. Okay. Let me open up achievements then and see what else I can work on for the next hour or so. You make it come up a bit? Okay, bro. You could figure it out? I couldn't figure it out. I'm gonna try to forward the word that this is a thing. And see what happens. Oh, that mystery achievement. I remember that this was just like a weird, like, secret thing in the main menu. Let me turn up the menu music a bit, because I'm pretty sure I have it, like, pretty much muted. Yeah. Just that there's something more here for, like, sound. Okay. So you go to multiplayer, and you go to custom, set up a custom game on something. CE because it's goated. Select any map. Bring up the file options. Yeah, okay. Wait, what? Toy collecting in Halo 2, or part-time. I'm just gonna go down the list and see kinda which ones I want to do. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. They have like a reference video. Yeah, okay, I'm doing it right. Okay. So you hit file options, save as, and then you could just put anything with .fortune. Let me type, bastard. I can type, I swear. Save 5 files? No, this is the mystery achievement. Oh, it just has to be .fortune as the file. Not even just like have .fortune in it. That has to be the file name. Get a proverb and an achievement. Would you look at that? You cannot fall off the floor. I am 12 and this is deep. You truly cannot fall off the floor. Thank you, 343, for enlightening us today. For sharing your vast knowledge. So we did that. There's still achievements, like I literally just opened the achievement list. And there's ones for, like, completing 3 cross-game playlists. There's an achievement for saving 5 game files. I probably honestly have that from, like, back when I was on Xbox. Like, fucking around in Forge with friends. So if I can't do that, 3, 3, and then I could just take my pick of like a 4 mission one. I find it inspirational that 343 would enlighten us of such wisdom. You cannot fall off the floor is actually pretty fun. Like as a pseudo proverb, it's like, yeah, that's funny. I am kind of curious, honestly. Do 2 because you need to do LASO anyway. Oh, hold on. Let me go back. Control F. I have the benefit of being on Steam, so I can Control F the achievements. Legendary. I know you said that you didn't think. Oh, you might be right. I could have sworn there was a thing for completing the Legendary Chief Saga play. I guess I'm wrong. If I Control F Legendary, there are 76 mentions of Legendary in the achievements of MCC. So there's 76 achievements that require you to play on Legendary. I have 7 of them. Just going through the Control F here. Oh, that one's actually really nice to have done. I have Halo Reach finish the package on Legendary with the Scorpion intact, which I'm shocked I ever did. Frankly. How do I have this? Storm the Silent Cartographer Beach, this is CE, with no marine casualties on Legendary. How the fuck did I do that, ever? Oh, the careers section. Okay, interesting. I'm just going through the Steam thing. I guess I'll just bang out some playlists. You can do that in Heroic too. I don't think I did though. Because I don't think I ever did a Heroic playthrough. If I'm being honest. Like, I'm pretty sure that I would have done that on Legendary. Like, in MCC, I don't think I ever did, like, a Heroic playthrough. So this playlist is going to be these 3 missions, plus Infinity. And this is actually, I want to do this playlist specifically for the reason of Infinity being in it. I want to see if maybe Infinity is just breaking playlists. Because it might not even be specifically the Chief Saga. My game crashed. Fatal error. Motherfucker. You gotta be shitting me. Oh, that is kind of cool, actually. Like, that is a nice thing, honestly. That it separates, like, the games and the campaign and multiplayer stuff. It is nice to have it, like, sectioned out like that when you're looking at what you want. Granted, I can also Control F. So I could just type in, like, CE. And I would get all the CE achievements highlighted. But having it separated into tabs is nicer. If we're being honest. That is nicer. What is that achievement? Sorry, I just had, like, Steam has their, like, achievements that you're close to completing thing, like the bar of like 10 when you're in your library. And apparently I'm close to completing every Halo 3 mission on Heroic or higher, but not quite there. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this playlist. I'll play on Remastered for CE and 2, just because I did the whole classic playthroughs, so we'll change it up. I did do those because I was like, I'm probably going to play Anniversary a lot. Both for LASO skips on CE and just because I like Halo 2 Anniversary. But just for the variety, I'll play in Anniversary on this. I am super curious about the end of this playlist, with Infinity being the last mission. Because there's a solid chance that's not Anniversary. It's not. That's classic, but I'll switch it right as we get in. I think it only set, like, the sounds for Anniversary. What Halo YouTubers do you watch? I don't. am weird. A lot of the time, I don't really watch YouTubers for games that I actively play. I kind of just watch like general variety creators. More than I watch like specific stuff on the games I play. Like even when I was a zombies creator, I really didn't watch other zombies creators. I thought you said you watched Rocket Sloth? I've seen videos of theirs, but I've never like actively watched them. It's just they got brought up and I was like, oh yeah, I've seen their stuff. I think I've seen like a video or two of theirs of like LASO stuff for them. Didn't they try to do like all achievements before Halo Infinite came out in this game and they just couldn't do it in time? Isn't that why they have like all of their LASO videos now? Was because they were trying to like 100% MCC as well. Yeah, Anniversary certainly looks different. I'm not used to playing CE Anniversary at all. They did it with hours to spare. Wait, they actually got the 100%? I thought that they had like tried to do it, but they didn't quite make it in time. That's funny. They literally finished the day before Infinite dropped.
They seem to have the entire region secure.
I'm assuming the campaign on that one, right? Because like because when multiplayer surprise dropped, everyone knew that multiplayer was dropping that day before the presentation. Because it leaked that it was dropping.
Or if the designers wanted the installation to have inclement weather.
But
This is Fire Team Zulu requesting immediate assistance from any UNSC forces. Does anyone copy? Over.
it's actually I might want to watch that. Like their
forces left on this part.
Dumb bitch. Imagine. I love that you can actually see them fall all the way. Yeah, okay. I figured it was before like the official release of the campaign. Like the multiplayer beta surprise dropped. We all know that that was no beta. Come on now. I loved when people during the beta were talking about like how few maps there were and being like, oh, but it's just the beta. It's like, but it has all the like they said even when they launched the beta, like with all the content included for the full launch. So, really, they used beta as like a marketing term for that launch. It was just the full game, but surprise dropped a little early. God damn. Oh, really? Yeah, no, in their announcement, they said like it had all the day one content and everything. So on Twitter, when people were defending it with like, oh, it's just the beta, it's like, but look right here. Where they say it has all the day one content in it already. I'm actually like, I don't think it did it a lot when I did the playthrough of Classic last week. But I'm getting like hitching a lot when it's loading new zones in Anniversary. And I don't think it was doing that in Classic, but it's hitching pretty hard when I'm switching like loading zones and shit. That's because there were some people who were super like, no, there's like 8 more maps coming. I mean, it's like, no, there's not. It's the way out. There we go. Some people were like defending it with their lives. Again, like, I think the amount of content that's there is fine. Because at least for me, trust me, I'm a game dev. At least for me, I think the amount of content in Infinite is fine. It's just the way that they've built up the expectation and then not delivered that. Because saying that it's gonna be like a 10-year live service experience and we're getting our first new map added to the game almost 6 months down the line, that's like, that's, I don't know if we're going to be able to last 10 years on a map every 6 months. Or sorry, 2 maps every 6 months. But I think the amount of content in Infinite is perfectly fine. This is unacceptable for a launch? I don't think it is, though. Like, in modern gaming landscape, at least, if it was like 7 years ago, I would have been like, damn, there's nothing here. But I feel like nowadays it's just par for the course, which sucks to say. But generally speaking, the way that people want their games to be nowadays, like the demands that are generally made by the gaming public are not feasible to deliver in time frames that they are demanded. Because like people want constant innovation on gameplay and graphic technology, and they want it full of all the content that games would have launched with like in 2009. But it's like, if you want all this new shit built out for the game to like make it something new and fresh, we're not gonna have time to build out maps and modes. At least not if you want it delivered like by the state. That's so horse shit. Unless they said they were in beta till May. Yeah, which honestly at this point I feel like they maybe should have. But also, hi Owen. I don't even know if Owen's still here. Probably left. He thinks I egoed him. So bullshit that that elite just fucking swerved into me like that. Fucking bastard. Come on. Rocket launcher? Sniper rifle. Not gonna backpack reload. Not doing it. What the fuck? What am I hitting? I mean, I honestly think that the game launched in a fine state. The netcode really is, for me, the one thing with Infinite that I can't stand. Like, I'm being completely genuine when I say that. If I wasn't getting shot through walls in Onyx lobbies, I might be fine. Also, the rank system was really bad. I'll give it that. If I do have things to complain about, the rank system was awful. You had so many people placing in like plat and diamond that just absolutely should not have. Like, that shit was ridiculous. Because really, like, the way that the rank system was at launch, it was like anyone could get to Onyx. Like, literally anyone could get to Onyx. Not anyone, but like anyone who actually puts good time into the game and like learns how to play Halo at a competitive, or in a competitive sense rather than just casually. Like, anyone who puts the effort in would have been able to hit Onyx. You've had it uninstalled for 3 months. I think it's in a fine state content-wise, I'm saying. The netcode makes it unbearable for me. Because I'm a sweaty-ass Halo player. I, like, only play ranked. And I get angry. This fucking Marine. I get angry with bullshit. And getting shot through walls is, like, as much bullshit as you can have. I think content-wise, the game's in a perfectly fine state. I'm using the sniper perfectly normally. No difference. I think I could shoot him out with the plasma rifle. You mean just missing all the shots, though? I was whiffing so much. Oh my. Can't even hit a shot after making fun of myself. Bruh. Thanks for sitting still. Yeah. Because here's the thing. I just said I only play ranked, right? And my favorite game is CE. Easily the game I put the most time into in a ranked sense. I mean, you could go and look for yourself if you've got your system handy here. But just go look at how many maps and modes are in the CE ranked playlist. I would have been perfectly fine on this amount of content for this long. Having 6 4v4 maps with 4 game modes, perfectly fine for me. In the sense of, like, general casual play, I get where it might not be. But for someone like me who just really wants to get sweaty and, like, learn the intricacies of a few map mode combos, like, I had more than enough content to sustain myself on. The only reason I call out the lack of content is just because they advertise this as, like, a 10-year live service experience, and then it's like, no new content for 6 months. That's not live service. That's just not how live service works. It's more just the promises rather than the delivery for me. Scorpion, it's very nice. Stop, muy bueno. You're in the minority on how you play the game. I mean, yeah. In the general Halo community, I would say I am. But I know a lot of multiplayer games nowadays kind of just thrive on, like, 8 maps at launch. Granted, they add maps faster than Infinite has, but, like, for launch content, that's kind of par for the course nowadays. As far as, like, multiplayer FPS goes, at least. It's fair that others are annoyed at this point. I think at launch, it was like a perfectly fine amount. It's just we haven't had new content come out for 6 months. Like, once we hit the 4-month mark is where it's like, okay, where's the new maps, you know? Like, you'd expect one within 3 months at least. And once you get to 4 months, it's like, okay, this is getting kind of crazy. Where are the maps at? Like, that's when you start getting annoyed, you know? Because, like, as much as it sucks to say it, my zombies boys in chat will empathize with this, right? Any of my boys who bought Vanguard and who have been upset with, like, the amount of content in Vanguard zombies, get this. Vanguard has had more content added to it since release than Halo Infinite has. And, like, it's not even close. If we're talking zombies and multiplayer, Vanguard has just absolutely demolished Halo Infinite as far as content. Even at launch. Don't forget, Vanguard had only 1 zombies map, sure, but 20 multiplayer maps. And then they've... Oh my god, I'm gonna die. They've added, what? 3 or 4 maps every, like, 2-month season? I forgot Vanguard even had zombies. Yeah, Vanguard now has 2 zombies maps. So that's cool. In their blog post the other day, they talked about it. If you didn't read Treyarch's blog post the other day about, like, what's coming up soon. Along with just adding a bunch of new Cold War zombies content, which is very interesting. That's coming this season, like season 3, that's about to start in, like, the next week or so, if I'm right. I don't know, I'm not really in the loop on COD right now. But they also said that at the start of Season 4 is what they're currently aiming for. They're gonna have a new Vanguard map, which is like, how the fuck are we gonna have 3 maps by Season 4? But the catch here is that it's gonna take a long time because they're going back to round-based. They are ditching the objective-based stuff that they've been doing for Vanguard entirely. Not even just for this next map. They said, we are not making another objective-based map in Vanguard. So, like, all future maps and DLC for Vanguard are not going to be objective-based as well. Which, like, I don't mind the objective-based at its core, because I like Outbreak. I thought Outbreak was good. I think Duran Fong and Terra Maledicta are good starts for, like, a fleshed-out mode, but there's just not enough polish there, or, like, variety there yet. I think Duran Fong was kind of like a proof of concept more than like a full-on map, you know? And I think as proof of concept, it wasn't bad. I'm dead because tank sections suck in CE. I saw a message come through that I couldn't read. YouTube's just not putting that shit through to me. Again, swear words or just general no-no words on YouTube, I'm not gonna see the message. It'll show up like on the preview, like on the on-screen chat it'll show up, because YouTube doesn't filter it fast enough for the on-screen chat to catch it and get it filtered out. But I won't see it on like on my dashboard, and other chatters won't see it on their end either. Which sucks. That's the way it is, but like I can't change that. It's not like a channel specific rule set. It's just YouTube has like a global rule set for what they allow and don't allow in live chat, and you can't change it. Ass? You got blocked for ass? I've seen some messages go through that say like, bitch. I've seen it once. I've seen a single time in my entire time on YouTube Live. I've seen a message with shit go through. Sometimes even the YouTube filter just isn't fast enough before it actually goes out. But yeah. Just in general, like, I think, what was it, Mickle? Like, what were the words? Your message had, like, depression. It had the word depression and flaccid in it. Those were the two words, and we don't know which one was blocking it, but one or the other. Like, either depression or flaccid. One of those words gets blocked by YouTube. Like, they're actually really strict with what they allow in live chat. Which sucks, because I don't have the ability to, like, edit my own chat's settings. It's just a global thing that's out of my control. So thanks, YouTube. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, like, Duran Fong was good proof of concept. And at the time, I was like, okay, well, yeah, it doesn't go through. At the time that Duran Fong came out, it was like, this is fine, but it just needs to get worked on. So like in a few months, this will be great. But at the time, we also didn't know yet that like the zombies team for Vanguard specifically is roughly 15 to 20. 20 is like being generous. It's more realistically like about 15-ish people, give or take a few on either end. We don't know the exact number, but it's a very small team. It's Treyarch's like C team that's working on Vanguard zombies. I mean, not entirely. Some of their supervisors are still like Kevin Drew, who's like the main supervisor on Cold War Zombies through its season. The art director is still, what's his Twitter name? I have him on Twitter. It's Tickle something. I don't remember. The dude with the really awesome beard. He's still like the art director on Vanguard. Like some of the bigger guys at Treyarch are still working on Vanguard, but the actual like design and programming team on Vanguard is roughly 15 people. So, yeah, they don't have the resources or like the time to actually be able to flesh that stuff out the way it should be, to actually be like a full and fun mode. But yeah, they're doing round-based. It's their next map, they already said, is going to be a full Shinonuma remake, not a remaster. They're not just like adding on the four corners to Shino from what's missing in Duran Fong and then shipping that out. They're going to be adding areas that have never been in Shinonuma before. They're going to be making a full Easter egg quest. There's going to be a new wonder weapon. Trying to remember what else. They said there was going to be a side quest to obtain the wonder weapon, as well as various other side quests throughout the map. I can't believe he's alive either, dude. I've almost died multiple times, and he is just chilling. Like, it's going to be a full remake, not just, you know, shit something out real quick, which is good. Because honestly, I'm looking forward to that. I think Vanguard's weapons feel really fun to use, and it's kind of a shame that, like, the game doesn't pull me in very much, because I think its guns are super, super fun. Really, really enjoyable to use. It's just, I don't have much reason to use them. Outside of, like, the occasional, you know, like, you know, the guys from high school want to play some Warzone, because that's the cross-platform game that everyone has. Right? Like, aside from that, I don't really have much of a reason to ever use Vanguard's guns, because I don't really play the game. But the guns are super well done. Like, they feel great. I wish I had a reason to play the game. I just currently don't.
All the Marine forces in this area.
Did you get the MW2 message? I did, sorry. I was just on tangent. I'm getting out of the tank. I'm just gonna kill more Marines. Excited for MW2 and the Black Ops it's releasing in 24. I'm hoping the 1 year gap helps, but I've been hearing some dodgy stuff. I don't think the 1 year gap is gonna help much. It might help a little bit, but I wouldn't expect a lot. I had 2 connections at Treyarch. Both of them recently left because working conditions at Treyarch have been getting really bad recently. Because, like, they're getting so overworked at Treyarch, it's, like, ridiculous. Like, a lot of the long-running Treyarch team has been leaving recently. Treyarch is pretty much becoming, like, an entirely new dev team at this point. A lot of the you know, bigger guys are still there. A lot of, like, the senior designers are, not just senior designers, like, the producer role designers are still there. But a lot of the senior level designers, which in industry terms just means someone who's not a junior. A newer designer who hasn't, like, really published many products in the industry is considered a junior. Anyone who has, like, 5 to 10 years of experience or more, those are going to be your senior designers. A lot of those designers, like just general senior designers, have left Treyarch recently. I think MW2, from what I've heard, I don't have any connections at Infinity Ward, but, like, from people I know who have friends at Infinity Ward, I've heard pretty good things about Modern Warfare 2, the one that's coming out this year, not the original, for clarification. Friends that I have that have friends at Infinity Ward have been saying good things about what they've seen or heard, so I do think it'll be something to look forward to for the general COD fans. I think I'll play it. I think I'll buy it and check it out. But my one thing is just, like, campaign, I play it once. You know, unless it's, like, spectacular, like, you know, BO1, BO2 kind of campaign, I play it once. Multiplayer, I'll probably play, like, 10, 20 hours, and then I'll move on. Like, with COD, I'm generally a third game mode guy, and I just don't know if there's going to be really much there of substance for me this year. So, who knows? It really is like a game seems perfectly fine, if not good, but it just probably won't appeal to me too strongly. It's just going to be one of those years for me personally. I actually do look forward to Warzone 2, weirdly, even though I don't love Warzone. Just because I think them having a chance to kind of, like, polish out the game, reset the weapon pool to kind of fix a lot of the balance problems, fix a lot of the systems. I think Warzone 2 has a good chance to be a really fun battle royale, at least for a little bit. Because if it's not going to be, like, a long-standing favorite, like Apex has been for me, at the very least, like, most of those big BRs at their launch are really fun to play with friends for a while. Like, at least there's that. Now I'm a campaign once and multiplayer only. How the mighty have fallen. Cold War was fantastic. Did you play Cold War by chance? I'm assuming you did. Cold War Zombies was really good. My hot take that I think I think this is one of my hot takes that, like, give it a few years and this will become a more common opinion. I think Cold War is the best overall Zombies product that we've ever gotten. If you just look at, like, what's there for more experienced players, what's there for casual players, how easy is it for new players to get into, how much content is there, I think Cold War is probably our best experience to date Zombies-wise. I think BO3 had a more interesting story, had more interesting map design, but overall, like, systems-wise and accessibility-wise, Cold War just knocks it out of the park. And content-wise, because, like, you know, we've got 4 round-based maps, One of them is mid. The other 3 are like A tier or higher. I would say Mauer's an S tier for me. Forsaken's like an A+. Deep Machine is like an A. Outbreak is there. And then Onslaught on top of that lets you just play like little survival mode with zombies, but on literally all of the multiplayer maps. So the content is seriously there for Cold War zombies. Oh, and Dead Ops 3. I always forget to mention Dead Ops 3. There are Dead Ops enjoyers. I'm not one of them, but hey, it's there. Nice idle anim. I couldn't even see that fucking jackal. Don't play zombies because I don't have anyone to play it with. When I was like 10, I used to play with my dad and my friend, but that doesn't happen because my dad doesn't game and my friend passed. Rough. Yeah. Cold War was actually really funny for me. A lot of my friends who were never like big zombies fans became big zombies fans because of Cold War. Which is kind of more ground for where I'm coming from with it being like one of those games that did form like a whole new like generation of zombies fans around it. But also it's like, if you want the best chance at getting like a newer player into COD Zombies, as much as I'm so boomer, like start them out on World at War Knocked, starting them on Cold War is probably your best bet to actually get them like hooked on the series as a whole, if I'm being honest. Because like low round Cold War is so accessible for new players, it's crazy. Like high round Cold War definitely picks it up with like super sprinters and health and all that, and can still be a good challenge for like long time players. But like low round is super accessible. They weren't awful, but I didn't get hooked. So you did play Mauer, which is interesting. A lot of people who did play but just didn't get into Cold War didn't even play Mauer, and I'm generally like, dude, that was an awesome map. Fun fact, when Mauer released, if Mikkel's still here, he can vouch for me. When Mauer der Toten released, I was awake for 25 hours straight pumping out content for it. I love Mauer der Toten. Didn't even play the campaign. The campaign was pretty good. It's not like one of the greatest. Some people say it's one of the best COD campaigns we've ever gotten. I don't agree. I would say it's on the upper half of the COD campaigns, though. Like, if you split them down the middle, as far as, like, the quality ranking goes, Cold War would definitely be in the top half for me, if not, like, the top quarter. Respect the grind, yeah. Because I got up, every Zombies map, I would be up at midnight for the release. To, like, start doing guides and streaming it and stuff like that. Would you say Modern Warfare 2019 was one of the best? I'd say it was maybe number 5 for me. If we're talking like pure quality, like if you had someone who's never played the COD campaigns start playing them today and just go through all, they would probably put Modern Warfare 2019 near the top. Because of nostalgia purposes, I have to put the entire Modern Warfare trilogy above it, all 3 of them, and I have to put Black Ops 1 and 2 above it. Like, if we're talking purely quality, it's definitely one of the top ones. But for my personal ranking, I just can't put it in my top 5. My top 5 has to entirely be the Modern Warfare trilogy and Black Ops 1 and 2, campaign-wise. Modern Warfare 2 and 3 are probably, like, tied for my number 1. Like, I couldn't pick between the 2 of them, but they're definitely, like, my top 2. COD 4's campaign is good in a very different way from 2 and 3. COD 4 was, like, this pretty fairly grounded, very easy to, like, pick up and run through campaign. And then MW2 was like, take those characters, but now let's put them on fucking meth. Not them. Let's put the whole story on meth, I should say, not the characters specifically. Like, just pick up from the old story, but put the whole thing on fucking crystal. Just do it. And that was Modern Warfare 2 and 3. And it was badass. I loved it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hopeful for Treyarch's next COD, but it's one of those things where it's like the internal politics at Treyarch right now and just the working conditions and everything might ruin it. Because currently, Treyarch is split between, at least that I know of for sure, 3 projects. Because they're working on Cold War updates. They're still pumping out Year 2 content for Cold War. They're on Vanguard Zombies. And they're on COD 2024. So right now, Treyarch is split between 3 projects. Which is the only reason I'm like, the extra year might help, but I'm not holding my breath. Do you agree that Price is better in the remake? Because he's genuinely one of them. Price was great in the remake. I haven't played Modern Warfare's campaign since launch, though. So it's hard for me to say. What I can say is I have much stronger memories of OG Price than I do the remake Price. Which I don't even think is entirely nostalgia. It's definitely some of it. Rocket launcher, bitches. But there are scenes from Modern Warfare 2019 that I remember very strongly and that I love, like looking back on. But Price as a whole character in the reboot doesn't stand out quite like some of those scenes do for me. I definitely have super strong memories of the original, but not of the reboot. So I don't know. I think Gaz was better in the remake. I wish they had maybe mentioned that he was Gaz before they did. But, you know, we'll take what we can get, I suppose. Oh my god, I don't have ammo in this thing. I thought I had, like, a plasma rifle or something. I was mistaken. I am not comfortable in this chair right now. Because of not having AC and it being 90 degrees out, this chair is super warm. So if you're noticing I'm wiggling a lot, I'm just trying to find a comfortable spot. Comfortable position to sit in until I finish up here. Been sitting here for way too long for being in an apartment in Florida with no AC. I need to get that AC fixed, like ASAP. At least I probably won't sleep at my place tonight. Last night I just went to my girlfriend's place. I just drove over at like 10 p.m. I'm like, hey, my AC's out. I'm staying here. It's like, okay. Oh, I thought he didn't see me. Oh no. I wish I could pick up the energy sword. Coming back to see E from 2 and 3 now, I'm like, damn, I want that. Yeah, I don't remember much of Price's like dialogue or anything from the remake. Like the 2 scenes I do remember of him in it are like the one in Piccadilly where the bomb goes off and he like throws you over the edge, and the interrogation scene. But those are like really the only 2 scenes with Price specifically that I remember. Oh wait, the other one died. Okay. I'll take it. Check it out. Sniper. 72 rounds? No. These guys, I was gonna say, they gotta have AR ammo. There's no way. Oh my god. I don't remember either of those other 2. In general, I remember the Modern Warfare campaign being a blast when I played through it. That was a massive hitch.
Analyzing.
No, torture is apparently fine. That one, apparently, that's okay. Like, I loved it when I played through it, but also, like, pretty soon after, I kind of just forgot the entire campaign. Oh, you can't hijack. I'm so dumb. Torture's fine, but poopy isn't. Oh my god, I'm back here! Checkpoints. Are you shitting me? Okay, that's fucked up, man. Okay. Oh, fuck. Siege. It's because CE has that thing where they have like a speed check when you hit checkpoints. But sometimes the game will register like your full run speed as being too fast to hit the checkpoint. So you'll hit the volume, but it just won't give you the checkpoint. Fuck this guy for running straight at me while he's stuck, though. At least CE hunters are a pushover compared to, like, Halo 2. Did I even fight the hunters in Halo 4 at the end of Requiem? I can't remember actually fighting them. I don't know if I even did. The Sentinels might have killed them for me. In all honesty. Am I going backwards? I'm going backwards. Looking forward to part-time. Speedrunning shouldn't be that bad. I did zombie speedruns for a while. It wasn't my main thing, but I did do them. So I've gotten a speedrunning experience. I don't think I fought them either. I immediately was like, the Halo 4 hunters are harder than that too. And then I was just like, did I even fight them? Oh, there's a rocket right here? Missed that the first time. Hello. Would have been nice to find that before I fought the hunters, huh?
This must be the control room. Settle. The entrance to the control center is at the top of the pyramid structure. Bring me up there and I should be able to get us inside.
No shame. Yeah, I'll have to learn speedruns, at least for Halo 2, for that legendary speedrun. When did you get here? Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I feel like I'm playing Apex, just taking these tiny pieces of cover and shit. Oh, no. Generally, it's about method, not skill. That should be fine. Because honestly, at that point, it's like, you know, you just Google, like, speedrun strat, and it's... I would assume even if you just... you know, use a couple of speedrun tricks per level, part-time should not be hard. Some of them I'm more worried about than others, definitely. Because some of the part-times are, like, ridiculous. But I feel like as long as I get, like, 1 or 2 kind of speedrun tricks per level... I was gonna say, this level has, like, what, a 20-minute par? Which is ridiculous. This is, like, a 30-plus minute level, in my opinion. Like, I always spend, like, 30 minutes playing this level. And I think it has, like, a 20-minute par in MCC. I doubt that I have the par time on this. I highly doubt it.
That terminal, try there.
I could use live split when I do them, just to be funny.
Never been better. You can't imagine the wealth of information. The knowledge, so much, so fast. It's glorious.
So, what sort of weapon is it?
What are you talking about?
Why are they so quiet in the remaster?
Halo. How do we use it against the Covenant?
This ring isn't a cudgel, you barbarian. It's
Especially
something else.
Chief. It's like he's whispering.
Much more important. The Covenant were right. This ring, it's Forerunner. Give me a second to access. Yes, the Forerunner built this place, what they called a fortress world, in order to... Wait. No, that can't be. Oh, those Covenant fools. They must have known. There must have been signs.
Slow down. You're losing me.
The Covenant found something, buried in this ring, something horrible, and now they're afraid.
Something buried. Where?
The captain. We've got to stop the captain.
Keys?
I find it funny
We're
that they
looking
changed
for the cash
Cortana
he's
to
looking
blue.
for. It's not really... We can't let him get inside.
Just because, like,
I don't...
the difference looking back at it between, like, oh, we're remastering CE, but we need to make Cortana blue for, like, consistency. To Halo Infinite, when they do, like, the CE callback where they have purple Cortana. Like, just the difference there is funny to me. Did it just boot me to menu? I swear to God, this game. Oh, okay. We're loading. Wait, isn't this like exactly what it did with Infinity? Like I saw the menu thing, and then it like did the loading screen, and then I booted again. Our cross-game playlists maybe just fucked. Oh no, that's because of it switching between games. It's done that every time it's like gone between the games and the other playlist. She's usually purple. In Classic CE? Yeah, she's purple. I'm colorblind. I am too, but not to the purple range. I'm red-green colorblind. So blues and purples, I'm normally solid. Normally don't get those wrong. Anyway. I was gonna say tomorrow, but I am working all day tomorrow on the game. So on Tuesday, I will see if I'm able to finish this playlist or if the game will stop me. Because... Infinity is there, which is intentional. I could have played it safe and skipped all of the cross games that have Infinity, but I didn't. Because I want to see if maybe the mission Infinity is broken in playlists, possibly. I don't know. Could just be this one, but maybe it's like all the cross games. Infinity might just be broken. Who the fuck knows? Oh, Reach. Hold on. Right now, I might have him like changed up. Oh no, I have him. I was like, I remember at one point setting him back to like all default so I could just do like the sort of canon Noble 6 look for a run. I even had like the brown armor the way it is default on Reach. That's my boy. I find it so weird that they rendered all of these Spartans in UE4. The only ones that look really weird are the CE ones. Actually, the Halo 2 ones I remember looking kind of odd. Yeah, just seeing these rendered in UE4 is kind of bizarre. Some of them look great. Seeing Johnson in UE4. Anyway. I am going to go make dinner, unfortunately. Probably heat my apartment up even more, because no AC is miserable in Florida. Anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and subscribe. I do stuff like this every day that I'm available to. Obviously, I still have like 300 some achievements left in MCC, so if you're looking for live Halo content, I've still got plenty coming. Also, on your way out, if you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a like on the stream. It helps me out a lot when the stream converts into a video to have as many likes going into it as possible, obviously, for the search engine, all that, for recommended, etc. So if you feel like doing me a favor, then on your way out, just hit the like. I'd really appreciate it. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see all of you guys back here next time, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.